All right. The last time we had saw you guys, you had decided to bed up for the night after a kind of strange altercation running into the Dragon Bar in Rizir. The dragon came and arrived at Heatshade, seemingly giving back to kind of captured spies of the Raising Flame Templar Order to the Seneschal. The Seneschal and Barazir had a brief conversation about him trying to get an audience with her, and she said, no, no, thank you. I want to be left alone. All of this, Torkel got involved, spoke to the dragon. He got thrown about 20 feet in the air into a boulder because of that. The Seneschal was quite annoyed with him. He got in a long conversation with the Seneschal about what was going on in the area, in the region of the arid expanse in between Rackmere and Breakwater. Learning about these apostate tribes, these tribes coming over from the slumbering Bluff mountain range to the east that have been harassing the roads and trade and doing various villainous things. Um, you spoke with the Seneschal in a god coffin, a magically protective shell where people can have conversations that cannot be infiltrated by magical means or scryed upon, who Thoranic knows about, Leonok knows about from his time within the Silver Templars. And as you guys were kind of resting up and getting fellow leads earlier on before Barazir showed up, giving leads about Slate's missing wife and daughter, Camilla and Philippa, finding out you're just a day behind them, believing that they're heading towards Breakwater. You rested up for the night, then briefly approached by a Ravensword mercenary commander, Amanda, who wanted to invite you guys to a little excursion, potentially take on the Dragon Bar Reserve. That was just to Torkel and Thorin. As you guys all rested up, you gave your money back to Sophia Neves, who is a monk of Vela who's been accompanying you through all this. And after she paid for the bribe to get information about Camilla and Philippa. And in the moments when everyone was kind of casting off and finding themselves at rest, our fair and lawful agent of Tyr had a vision of some strange artifact being uncovered by some individuals, this kind of strange pane glass eye mirror shaped gem. So now the party has stayed at the Heatshade guest house. You awake to the sound of people just getting ready for the day. It is a bit of a warmer evening, and as you kind of all wake up and look outside your various first floor and second floor, or ground floor, first floor lodgings, you can see that the area around the walls are quite tall for each shade. You can see people, knights and merchants getting ready with their pack animals. You can see businesses setting up. You can see a couple other stores like unfurling their shutters. You see two businesses across the way, an opposite side within Tier Heatshade. And what do you guys do?
Breakfast.
Okay, very well. Yeah, your food was included in the price because it was a bit expensive staying here, and that's included your breakfast for the next day. And you had a fine room as well, so you do guys find like some fresh fruit that has been grown out of season, but still tastes just it's been grown in summer months. Some yogurt and dried meats and stuff like that. So you guys will find breakfast accompanied for you. Um, and yeah, you guys have eaten. It is early in the morning. It's about 8 a.m. The sun has fully risen, and you guys all woke up with the dawn bells. If there's any supplies, provisions you would like to get before you leave Heatshade to go to Breakwater, please let me know.
I think I'm more or less fully stocked.
What does this require? The information from this. I need. Do we have a pearl worth 100 GP in the party?
No, but if we're gonna find one, it's gonna be at the coastal city we're headed to, not here in the middle of the.
Yeah, just so I can calculate money.
The two stores that you do see in Heatshade are Traveler's Tailor, which seems to be like a tailoring shop, and a store called Scrollaholic. Now that is scrolls in like unfurled scrolls, like religious scrolls.
Wait, what?
Doom scrolling.
Yes.
Wait, what? Scrolls, you say? Scrolls.
Uh-huh.
Shit. I might go broke. Okay, let's go. Let's go with the. I need scrolls.
Shopping episode.
Yeah,
Waiting
no,
shopping
just
montage to start the
5
game.
minutes, in and out real quick.
Okay. Okay, you step into. You want to go to that store?
I didn't expect this. Okay.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Because I can cast cleric spells, and there's lots of cleric spells that are handy to just have in the back burner. But I don't have the new cleric spells memorized. DM, they sell magical scrolls here, but like they're
Appears to
not
be.
of like arcane. Yeah, that's illegal, so it has to be
Make an
religious
Arcana check.
stuff, right?
Make an Arcana
I mean,
check.
yes, sir. Where the fuck? Right, great, okay. One moment.
No problem.
Did that work? No? Did that?
10.
Oh.
With the 10, yeah, they sell scrolls. What I'll say is it's probably either going to be scrolls made by various churches. You're not sure what the contents might be, but they're either going to be out of character. They're either going to be on the cleric, ranger, druid, or paladin spell list.
I'm burning through the spells right now just to see if I can find some that, because I know there's some shit that I can have in the back burner.
Why don't you go in and ask what they have?
Yeah, sure, that works out. Yes, I will go in and I will close and small talk and
Mhm.
charm my way.
Okay, sure. So it's run by it's run by a short, brown-skinned man that mentions himself as Miguel. There's about half a dozen stray dogs that just like have various beds and like wrapped up like cloaks and shawls that the dogs are napping. And when you come in the store, they'll bark and woof at you, and then he tells them all settle down. And he shows you his various collections of scrolls. It's quite a small store, but you get the sense a lot of people coming in and out of here. And he gestures like this was given by the Church of Arius, and I managed to get this. And he does a lot of business. Anyway, what you do find in there, you find let's start from the lowest scrolls from the bottom. You do find he has a couple scrolls of the spell Bless, Healing Word, Protection from Good and Evil, Shield of Faith. Now, those are all first level spells, and they would cost you around 50 gold pieces or griffins. And then for slightly higher level spells, he has the Aid spell and Locate Object as well, and Create Food and Water, as that is very useful within this area of the Arid Expanse. And his most expensive items that he has on show is Aura of Purity spell scroll. There's a couple of them. And an Aura of Life spell scroll. He also has 2 Locate Creature spell scrolls. All 3 that I just mentioned, Aura of Life, Aura of Purity, and Locate Creature, are all 2,000 gold pieces each.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna buy that then. How much is the locate object scroll?
200 gold pieces per scroll. He has 3 of them.
It's a bit out of my wheelhouse. I think everyone who can cast Healing Word has Healing Word, right?
Yeah.
Unless they've changed it, I don't think. I haven't actually checked.
I'm looking at Shield of Faith. I imagine it's relearning everything, guys. So, is it concentration? It is concentration. +2 AC. Everyone already has Bless. Not everyone, but like a bunch of people already have Bless. Locate object would be cool to have, but it's just outside of how much I have in my pockets. What was the well, I could do protection from good and evil. I think I'm outspent here. I don't think I can
The protection of good and
Lying,
evil
that'd be
is
actually-
5 of those, and they're 50 GP each.
Oh well, fuck. Okay, so wait, one scroll of protection from good and evil is 50.
Correct.
I'll buy one of those.
Okay. All right.
If you need money, I've got 100 gold. Just ask.
No, I'm
Okay. Yeah. Just
good.
add in
This
your
will protect
inventory.
me from the paladin.
Just add in that you have a scroll for protection of good and evil.
Stop you from me.
Is there anything else you'd like to buy in there or have a look at?
No. I'm spent. I think. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'll browse around to see if they have. Spend another couple minutes like browsing around to see if they have anything neat, anything odd,
Make a perception check.
anything. Maybe they've misidentified something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Perception. Can I do investigation? Though it
Sure.
actually doesn't
Yeah, you
matter.
can make an investigation check. Yeah.
How do you do? Oh no, investigation would have advantage. How do you do advantage for this sheet?
I think there's a.
There's a toggle
On the
thing.
top. What does automatic mean?
Yeah, that's the advantage one.
I think you just select. There you go. 24. Okay, very good. With the 24, he basically, what you can see in the store is it's basically like a long, kind of thin hallway store. On the left hand side, there's all the scrolls behind like lock casings and descriptions of what they do. And then there's the kind of various little oddities here around. There's some small pieces of furniture, maybe some like old passed down spellcasting focuses for like clerics and paladins, like a particularly holy symbol of Fesnir or Arias or something like that. You get the sense that this isn't a spell component store. It doesn't stock a lot of gems. It does not stock. It's literally just he seems to import scrolls from Breakwater or various other cities by other clergies and sell them here.
Okay, thank you much. I'm all set then.
Okay. Anyone else wanting to do anything in Heat Shield?
No.
Okay.
No, I think I'll. If we're spending any amount of time in heat shade, we'll go back out and help, assuming there are still. Oh my god, I completely forgotten the race's name. The hyena.
Knowles.
Knowles. Oh my god, sorry, I just completely
Yeah.
blanked on that. If like,
That's all
but if we're just gonna go right away, then then you won't have time for it. But if they're spending any amount of time in, he'll go out.
I imagine that's probably like a 10-minute stop for Hendrik, so not a lot of time.
Sure, yeah, he'll just say if because they're outside the gate, so he'll just
Yeah.
mention to the party that like I'll meet you outside. And he'll
Yeah.
go off, help them dress with.
You're the first to see
whatever.
this as you leave Heat Shade, as you go past the portcullis, which is opened up after the dawn bells rang. There is a thick fog around Heat Shade. You can maybe see from when you leave the southern gate, because it came in from the northern side, from Rackmere, and you're leaving at the southern gate. You can maybe see 100 meters down the trail, 100 feet down the trail, down the road, and then it's just a wall of white.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
strange for a desert environment to be like this. But with coastal winds and the rainfall we had previously tonight, it seems like the moisture's all got shifted and twisted, and there's just a heavy white fog in the air. But you do see the sign to Breakwater, 50 miles.
Okay. Yeah, the fog is a bit interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but I think as long as it's not, if you can see 100 feet, it means he can still do his job and help them out. So yeah, he'll just go out and continue with that, but just take a note of the weird, unexpected fog.
Yeah. So you get about 10 minutes liaising with some priests of Arias. Figure out most of the people who are seriously wounded were helped treated by you and Thoric and them last night. So there's no one on death's door. There's no one even like infirmed at the minute. There's cook pots being set up for breakfast and caffeinated drinks being made, whether tea leaves or ground coffees. And you go and fetch your heidels from outside, and you have your couple of heidels. You have your belongings, your riding satchels, and if you guys want to head south, to Breakwater. I need a survival check, please, for someone to lead.
I remember who's
Through
the
the
best
fog.
survival again?
Right, it's me.
Yeah, I think
Go
so.
Bush.
I got guidance. Can I cast guidance?
You can just guidance on them, yeah.
Remember, it's reaction now.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah, they changed it to a reaction, mostly so that, considering that's pretty much how everyone used it anyway, was just that, oh shit, I forgot guidance. Well, sorry, actually, I realized
That's good
I
they
probably should
named
have
it like
checked
that.
that. I know
Really
it
changed
when it was demonstration.
Roll a d4, please, Ori.
It's kind of weird that
15.
guidance isn't rolled on d4 anyways.
They did turn it back to an action. Ah, sad times.
Hmm. Uh,
Oh, it is.
well, as long as somebody
Yeah.
rolls a d4, which is Orly in this case. So 15. All right, Orly. Okay. You lead your party down the road, and the fog actually grows.
Yeah, it is an action.
It grows more intense. You can maybe see at most around 30 feet around you as you ride the caravan. You go an hour without seeing another soul on the road. And after the end of the second hour, you eventually find a caravan at the left early doors coming from Breakwater. Another hour goes by. You travel for 3, and you catch yourself. There's a V in the road, a Y in the road, and you catch yourself. You maybe go 100 feet down it, and you realize maybe no, and then you head back to the original path you're taking before you accidentally take another road which isn't marked. And that happens another time at the 4th hour. And you realize that without your friend guiding you, that you might have made a mistake of leading your friends down the wrong path. You follow the road to Breakwater, and after about the 5th or 6th hour of traveling, the hot day gets more intense. You start to see the peaks of cliffs in the distance as the fog starts to slowly burn and burn and burn away, starts to rise. And you see more of the craggy outcroppings and rocks around the arid expanse. But there's something strange happening to them. You see more greenery and more shrubland and more just life in amongst the rocks. And as you get closer to the coastline over the next so hours, you see more and more of just coastal life. You see small hamlets and lodgings and farming fields as you get closer and closer. And as the the fog finally burns away, you've been traveling now for about 7 hours. You've got another hour of travel left. And as the sun's like come across the bend in the ruins, the sun's like the kind of final zenith before it starts to head off and set over the next hour. You see a massive shape in the distance. You see a huge, colossal, vertical spire. Make a perception check for me, please.
Sure.
One.
Oh my
Natural one. So Orly leads you guys, and he kind of stops in the road with his idol and looks at it. And he kind of seems perplexed by it. All of you guys can make perception checks as well, because Orly's staring at this tower and kind of bewildered by its form.
It's so massive.
14, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll cast
Okay.
guidance on myself.
All right.
24. Oh, that shouldn't have been an advantage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Doesn't affect anything, but still.
So far, yeah. For you, anyone who rolled above a 10, you can tell that it's clearly a sign of civilization and clearly a massive structure. You gather with your incredible perception roll from the distance you're still miles and miles and miles away from Breakwater at this point. But this tower looks closer than it is because it's so just huge. It's probably maybe 20 stories tall. It's a massive spire. And as like you kind of like catch it in the light reflects, you see like a wash of light kind of just twist, this kind of just reflective nature to it. And then a minute passes and you see that reflective tint to it again. You travel for 8 hours. You still have probably another hour of travel left. If you want to push to get to Breakwater before you guys need to camp, I need your Hydos to make a Constitution saving throw, please. There should be a character sheet for them. It'll be the 2014 character sheet, but you can roll con save on them. If you want to push, or you guys want to set up camp. Whoa, wow! Your
Well-
giant Hydo is fine.
I guess we'll roll.
Yeah. Nice. That's a success. That is a failure on Loranic's one, so it does take a point of exhaustion.
Or Hydo.
So I think there's only 3 Hydos in the party, so that's fine. So that's all of them.
It's not
Um,
letting me. It's not letting me press show more on guidance. It just highlights show more. God damn it!
Well, we
oh
can
no!
figure
What
that
you want to
out
do is you want to hit the I. That's to the right of the name. The information button.
That works too. I guess.
All right.
Okay.
So only the Hydel that Lurnok is riding seems to be a bit wary of carrying a man in full plate. And as you kind of get closer and you push on, you see a massive city. You see a metropolis-sized coastal city. And as you're heading towards the coastline, on the right-hand side of the city, as you look up, you see a huge hill with vast manor homes and fine lodgings and castles on it. And as the city sweeps down from the hill, you see a huge outer wall across it. It looks well over 60, 70 feet tall and thick, painted this brilliant blue azure color. There are figures, there are massive, what you gather to be statues across the wall. You're still about 2 or 3 miles. And it's actually such a size of city, such a coastal size of a city, that you start to see signage to different gates to take you to different quarters of it, in fact. The lights, the candle lights, the various lantern lights that start to get turned on in the evening start to appear. And that huge 20-story tower, what you gather now, is a massive lighthouse as the beam just starts to twist and turn over a minute rotation. You see signs as you get closer. One to the Phidias Gateway, which takes you to the World Span Assembly, inner city. You see a sign for the Torment Maw Gateway, which takes you to the shipyards. You see the Jarl Gateway, which takes you to the Streets of Invocation area, inner city. You see the Kraken Gateway signposted, which takes you again to the Streets of Invocation, Archgarten, and Liberty Corner. The Torment Gateway, the Torment Maw Gateway, also mentioned, takes you to exterior North Burrows, and the Kraken and Jarl Gateways take you to exterior Laurel Highland, which you gather to be that that southern area of the city, which is filled with huge homes. Even from a distance, you can see small miniature castle keeps littering the kind of hill which overlooks most of the city. And staring past the exterior wall into the inner city, it's less of it's almost like the skyline of apartment buildings and towers and just structures is ridiculously higher, maybe 8, 7, 10 stories tall. The 20-story lighthouse still remains the tallest structure by far, but there is half a dozen which you gather to be probably churches or cathedral centers which tower above even the apartment complexes. And it has this strange switch of there's the lower city, the exterior slums, lesser residential areas of 1-story, 2-story houses, which are just dwarfed by the massive structures on the inner city past the wall. And you can smell the salt water wafting off the sea breeze. You can see seabirds start to head in and rest for the evening and sort of furrow on the many trees. And it brightens up. This coastal landscape is just covered in laurel trees and oak trees and cypress trees oh, it's this really stunning, beautiful vista. But it's massive. It's except for Erith, there's no other city like it. And what do you do?
How does it compare to Erith? Like,
Probably like one quarter the size of Erith.
so this
Which is still
massive
massive.
metropolis city. It's a quarter of the size. Okay.
Mm.
Well, if I recall correctly, it's been a while. Sorry, it was it Liberty Corner? Liberty.
Yeah,
Where...
I gather Sophia's traveling with you guys.
Yeah, my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Although, does she have a mount as well? Actually, or
She probably would have gotten someone else's mind. I think there's a
Okay.
space in your one, Laranok.
I'm not that big, and yeah, it's.
I think Orly's already on yours. I think.
Mine doesn't have the capacity, so
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
she's just too heavy. It's not that Thoric's too big, it's that she is.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a small little Asmon lady. Okay. If you have any questions, there's like well signposted area, and like you're like on the outer city limits. There's small little hamlets and small little farms and various little lodgings around, but nothing that actually you could say is within like part of the city suburbs just yet. But you have signposted areas of different parts of the city.
Can I can I actively look around on the sides of buildings and such for any kind of iconography or symbols or anything like that?
Yeah, make a perception check, please. At 5. There's plenty of painted murals. There's theans to the gods, especially Mina, Talos, and various other things around this area. You do see that with a 5, yeah, that's what you see.
Cool.
Okay.
well, if we wish to investigate Liberty Corner, perhaps might be best to find lodgings in another area of the city. We are not too close to it.
Makes sense to me.
So you want to follow the signs to the Kraken Gateway. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that will take you through what you gather to be a fine area, the aristocratic and wealthy noble section of the outer city that live on the hill to the south that overlooks the rest of it, the Laurel Highland. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Okay.
me. Unless anyone else or Sophia has anything specific.
She doesn't really have much to say. She's just taking in Rakimir is a big city, but it's maybe 3 or 4 times the size of Rakimir. It's massive. And what you actually, as you get close to the Laurel Highland, what you might think might be Brashkill patrol houses or even like an art zealot home. No, they're just private homes. You know, you see the Fernandez family, the Cthulhu family residence. And there's castles here. There's dozens and dozens of castles and fine manor homes and entire gardens and complexes dedicated to sole residency of a single individual or maybe families. And there's an incredible amount of wealth here. You see brass shields patrolling the streets, holding light spells, cantrips onto their weapons, patrolling. They have a kind of stern look, a pace to them, patrolling. And as you get closer to the exterior wall, passing through, you see people heading out to the Lower Highland in fine evening attire. It's starting to get towards, I would say, 6, 7 p.m. now. And as you get closer, you see the wall itself. It is this 70-foot tall, thick wall, and every 500 feet there's a huge watchtower emblazoned with the sign of Nedlin on it, the symbology of the god of protection. The wall is painted a solid navy color and it has beautiful paintings and murals of aquatic creatures carved along it. It looks like an artist's interpretation of a coastal coral reef living across the wall. You see bright yellows of fish and various oceanic predators, and even some like lesser drakes painted across the walls. Vibrant colors. And as you get closer towards this gateway, you do see that the gateway is still opening. It is still open, and it is the Kraken Gateway lives up into its name. You see a third-dimensional, artistic carved symbol of a titanic creature over the like almost scaling the wall with its tendrils, and a single red eye buried in a mass of beaks and claws. It is intense and intimidating, but you have to remind yourself it's just a carved statue. But it's maybe 80 feet wide by 100 feet. It almost looks like this kraken beast, whatever it names to be, is scaling the wall. And you do see individuals checking in and checking out. You see a single large tunnel which acts as the entryway. You see a troop of brass shields checking people's identity stones and letting people pass, and they're finding evening attire. You see merchant caravans going through and some leaving as well. What do you guys do in preparation for this?
Is it possible to prepare for this? Is it just awe-inspiring?
Well, there's a queue. I mean, it's beautiful. It's stunning.
I look over to Orly. Say, Orly, you good for this?
My name is Tom.
Okay. Henry just turns back.
Hendrik, why don't you make me a perception check, please, as you guys get into queue. Please.
Who?
You, Hendrik, make me a perception check. Since I imagine you're in the kind of front with Orly.
Roger. Perception. Nope, that's performance.
5. Okay. All right. Okay. You're in the queue. You're in the queue for a couple minutes. It's a long queue, maybe 40 or 50 individuals in front of you, but it's moving steadily along. You're about maybe 10.
I have proficiency in perception. Oops. Yeah, no, I have proficiency in perception. So it
that would have been an
plus
8.
3?
Yeah, it would have been an 8.
Yeah, 8.
Okay. Doesn't change too much. It's about this point when everyone's passive perception kind of kicks in. And in the actual midst of the tunnel, there's kind of brass shields on the exterior of the tunnel giving like a brief look, and you hear them saying, merchant or traveler? And, and asking and then writing it down on a piece of tablet, which has a scroll paper on it. Actually, in the tunnel, all of you guys see this. You see a tall figure, like 7 feet tall. And they are covered in resplendent silver plate armor, and they have 2 furled white wings on their back. Their helmet rests under an arm, and they have dull amber glowing eyes, and they seem to be assisting in the checking of individuals coming in and out of breakwater. And there's not just one of them. You see 6 angels checking people leaving and incoming into the city.
Okay, my name might not be Tom.
I'm
I'm just gonna do Orly.
When you say angels, do you mean like
Actual
Miranox an angel?
No.
I mean,
He means
make a
actual
religion
angel.
check. Make a religion check.
Aye. Religion
18.
18.
I mean a greater angel. These are known in the celestial hierarchy as devas.
Holy shit.
Divas.
They are individuals. With an 18, you see on their helmets and on their breastplates, they have the inscription, the kind of shield motif and symbology of Nedlin all on them. They seem to be angels of Nedlin.
I have a question about my stone.
Yes.
If I choose my actual credentials, does it does any effect come from the stone itself? Like its secondary properties?
Well,
What?
hold on. Here. He's basically asking if I forge it to make it look like my actual self. Is it going to...
Okay, so you've pretty much answered my question. I have to forge it
Yeah.
to look like myself, do I?
Well, right. So basically, what you have is a magical passport which changes and hides your identity.
Yeah.
It could still be recognized as a magical passport which hides your identity,
Yeah.
even though it's revealing your true identity.
Yeah, so I mean, I could put it down right now that my name's Orly and give it all the truth, my whole identity, but I could
They can
still
still
look like
recognize
I'm
it.
lying.
You could still look like lying. You could still be detected to carrying
Yeah.
a false
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm telling
like-
that.
Go on.
No, that was it.
The crowd moves, and you're 9 people behind now.
Do you want me to vouch for you?
I mean, I guess we have a pin if things go south.
What? What do you mean?
The aiming
The-
pedal that I
The
have.
petal.
The pedal that indicates we're on the path.
Oh, right, that thing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then good luck, you guys.
Yeah.
And I'll just
Good luck, everyone.
forward.
Okay.
I know I'll be fine.
Okay. You're 7th, then 5th, and
In
then
fact, now
4th.
that we have to petal, I'm just gonna put myself down as kind of like tell it's Orly, and Sophia now has one as well, right?
Sophia is gone. She has slipped away.
Oh fuck yeah, slippery minx. Maybe I should have done that.
She rolled a 28 on her stealth check.
We're already in the tunnel, right?
You're just about to come into the cross point of actually going in front of a brass shield, and then you're in like the kind of security clearance of the angels. So you're going to have to talk to your brass shield just before you come in.
You guys feel like we're just a bunch of Robins hanging out with Batman?
Okay, from my life experience, does it look like there'd be like any advantage in trying to stealth past this tight corridor of a tunnel?
What do you mean advantage? Do you mean if you could certainly try and stealth past 6 angels plus 20 brass shields?
Yeah, with nowhere to hide except for I guess the group of people.
No, it's fine. The
I mean,
DM language
you're a
tells me
gnome.
not to do it. It's fine.
You're a gnome. You can certainly try and like basically like all gillied up, go in between carts and nip through if you wanted to.
Guys, he said certainly try twice. It's fine. I'm just going to see what happens. No stealth.
The phrase "certainly try."
I don't know. Let's find out what happens if you stealth. All right. Okay. As you get up to meet the brass shield, you gather. This is like a functionary. He's definitely like a still beat cop. And as you approach, he tears a piece of parchment, passes it to a functionary to the left of him. You see a clergy of Nedlin is collating this strange tablet which seems to glow with arcane, magical, divine light. And it's like it seems manipulating rods and gizmos on it. Pass the paper to there. And as you walk up, it's this dwarvish man, fair skin, helmet tied onto his belt loop. And he looks at you and just looks up and says, merchant, travelers, or residents?
Just travellers here for the time being.
Okay, that'll be 30 gold per person.
Oh,
God, that's pricey to get in.
All right, sir, how much is that?
30
That is
per.
30 gold per person.
Very well.
Okay.
I'll hand over
I'd say
30
check.
gold.
No. Hold on. How long does this last? Like, if we leave, do we get a stamp? Then we can come back in?
She looks towards the clergy. On your identity stone, it will mark that you have passed for 1 week to come in and out of the city.
Okay.
Okay, 1 week. And this counts for the other zones as well?
Once you are past the wall, the city is the inner city. You can go about. There's no extra walls or gates. But leaving the walled city and the exterior city, this gives you a pass to come in and out as many times. But it is a week from today that your friends pay.
If we're a employee of the church, is there some sort of discount?
Just bang.
He looks at you and says, employee of the church, what do you mean? You're a traveler. You are traveling to Blackwater, so you pay the tax.
Yeah,
It's
we
the same
mark
as
ourselves as
every-
travelers.
Here, okay, fine.
It's the same as every other city, as long as it's your natural place of birth.
Yeah, okay, fine.
But
Fine.
the three of you, actually no, all of you guys have been in and about the area. All of you guys have been to Erith. This is the most expensive time you've ever paid to get in a city. Even Erith is 10 gold.
Hey,
This is 30.
Has it been 30 historically, or is it like it's become
Make a
that
history check.
expensive? Oh boy. Okay, an attempt will be made.
So, what are you insight checking for, Torkel?
To see if it's an artificially inflated price or if it's the
Actually,
actual
I want
printed
insight.
number charge.
Fuck.
I want to
Something you're
roll
not
insight
sure
to see if he's scamming us.
Yeah, that's what my insight check was for.
Oh, sure. Yeah, 17. Make an insight check then as well, Hendrik. 18. You gather, reading when you guys reacted, and there's kind of a twinge in his body language. This is the rate, and he's been told this is the rate, and if anybody complains, you just got to tell them what the rate is. You get the sense this is someone just at the cash register and getting told what the prices are, and has had to deal with people arguing with it before, but they
Listen,
have
man,
no
I get paid
control
minimum
over it.
wage. This is
Yeah.
the rate.
Yeah.
Someone above him is scamming us, but he is not scamming us.
Yeah.
You get paid? Are we paying him? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
30 gold?
He's
Okay.
travelers.
Yeah,
He
I
writes.
pay
He writes
I
it
pay
down, and you pass the coinage to him. He passes it to the priest of Nedlin, and she opens up a bag and drops the coin pouch in, hanging off her waist.
Oh, that hurt
Cool.
taking 30 gold out just for this.
Hey, stuff's going on. It's an expensive city, but you're now in the queue to be spoken to by a greater angel. There's a merchant in front with a wagon being pulled by two greater Heidels. And as you head in and wait, you see this large, lithe angel form. Their eyes are this kind of dull auburn brown. They have a mace hanging at their waist. Their wings are totally curled up behind their form. And you can see they simply stare down at you, and they just speak in the most kind and welcoming tone that you have ever heard in your lives. And they just ask, what is your business in the city?
to destroy evil on behalf of the church.
Eyebrow is raised at that.
He is.
I raise my eyebrow back.
I am a traveler. I have spent my days moving up and down this country, providing aid wherever I can, and I am now here for the time being. I suspect I will pass along and travel elsewhere soon enough.
I'm thrilled to hear it, little brother.
To say little.
I mean, no, quite right. I'm like 100 years old,
That's
and
his head.
Angel's going to be
That's
fucking.
head. Welcome to the club, Laranok. Now you know how
Yeah.
it feels.
I'm fine with this. I'm going by just fine.
But to be fair, to be compared to even a slight family resemblance to an angel of heaven is, it's still a big thing.
Is that kind of the norm in terms of how angels and divinity looks upon Asimar? They actually refer to them as kin. Or
Yeah,
okay.
like they view them as angels which have one foot in the mortal realm and one foot within the celestial realm. And
Okay.
some of them are jealous of that. Some of them don't really think about it at all, and others are like, "Oh, you poor thing."
Okay, but it's not like it's an unusual thing to have heard at this point. It's
not at all.
Something. Okay, cool. That's fine by me then.
Thoric is just going to say that I'm here with my friends. As was said before, we're traveling, we're combating evil, and I myself wish to pay a visit to the Library of Bahamut.
You wish to visit the Platinum Market?
Yes. It is my duty to deliver what I have found.
They look over your armor, inspecting it. Platinum
It's-
Mages, a respectable order.
It is an honor to do work for them.
You get the sense the angel does not hide their emotion well. When they speak about Bahamut and they mention the Platinum Mages, there's a bit of recognition there on this angel's face of something, and then they move on and they look at Torkel.
Just question: could I roll an insight to get an inkling as to what that facial
You
expression
could,
was?
yeah. You could, yes.
Oh,
22.
I got a notch 20.
Wow,
Nice.
awesome. With a 22, when the angel is doing sums in their head, and when you say traveling your friends, they're immediately like, traveling your friends, no, that can't be it. Something connected with the Platinum Mages and the archive. He must be coming for that. And then a nod, like a thought process of they must be connected to something going on with the Platinum Archive. That's why they're here.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
So nothing else
really-
rang true, but when he talked about the archives, like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's it. That makes more sense to not anything else, but that seems to answer a question that he immediately had when he recognizing the armor, and that seems to put him at ease. It doesn't worry him, but that seems to put him at ease. And Torkel, the angel with auburn eyes and faint glowing embers at the edges of its like tear ducts at the corners of his eyes, look at you.
I'm here to fulfill the oath to a trend.
Nods. And then looks at Orly.
I'm traveling with my friends. I'm here to aid them until they can aid me in the future.
Nods. And then a free hand on its left hand side, it outstretches it. Your identity stones, please, travelers.
Yeah, damn. Man.
Yeah,
Hand this over
hand
straight away.
I hand over mine.
Everyone hands over there is correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Surely nothing will go
It's a
wrong.
mixture of gems. It's a mixture of gems, but it all fits well within the gauntlet hand of the angel. And it closes it, and you see the eyes as it closes its fist. You see a dull glow cast over that closed gauntleted hand, almost like a light of dawn creeping in over a window. It's the best way I can describe it. And the angel's left eye opens up first, and the right eye, as it just slowly releases the gauntleted hand. And you see that only 4 identity stones remain. Your one is seemingly disappeared, Orly. And you see a slight bit of dust crawl down the gauntlet as he opens his hand.
My stone.
Looks at you. Looks at the group of you. Your answers to why you're here were honest. But why carry such a deceitful stone? Looks towards you, Orly. What is your purpose? Bar more than helping your friends.
My purpose here.
Just in general. Do you have good of heart?
I
Or are you
think I do.
malcontent?
I think I do. The reason for that stone is for a greater purpose, or at least that stone was for a greater purpose in my life. For family values, and now it's gone.
Make a persuasion check, please, Orly.
Sure thing.
Can I talk to give him advantage maybe on that persuasion
What
check?
do you say to give him advantage?
I'm just because I mean, obviously he can detect lies. So I would say, as a agent of Tyr in service directly to the church, I vouch that he is a good man, even though he lies about his identity.
Okay, that seems sufficient enough.
And it's an
Make-
honest statement. I think Orly's
It is an
a
honest
solid
statement.
dude.
Yeah. Orly, give me a persuasion check with advantage then, please. 16. Okay. The left hand opens up and outstretches for the four of you to take your identity stones back. Before you can say another word, Orly, the right hand flicks open and he's holding your stone. Reformed. Looks slightly different.
No.
And
It's
he said,
stone.
and it has this dull
They're really bad at
orange
lying, aren't they?
heavenly glow over it. And it seems to be just like washing up and down it. And the angel looks at you, Orly, and there's a bit of a queue and some brash shields looking over, but the angels, none of them, they're all busy with other people. Do you swear to use this in honest intentions to protect the people of the Concord? Orly.
Yes. Yes.
Am I the only one slightly concerned by the pause there?
That's me internally fucking thinking, and it's a yes.
Okay. He hands the stone back to you. The heavenly glow washes off it, and it is as it was before you handed it to him.
I'll give a quick bow. Thank you for understanding. In earnest as well.
You have a long road ahead of you. And gestures towards to step on. The angel turns over and speaks to a clergy member of Nedlam after you guys pass. And you're free to enter into the city as it is coming into the illuminating darkness of the night sky above.
I want to inspect my stone. Is it actually the same?
As
What are you going to do? So you want to make investigation check for me, Orly.
Sure.
20. With the 20, it appears the same. It weighs the same. But there's a lingering heat in it that quickly dissipates when you hold it out again, that it never had before, and then it quickly goes back to as cold as it was before.
Okay.
What did you want
once
to
we're
do?
walking
Hendrik?
away from the entryway,
Mhm.
just quiet enough that the angels don't walking away. Just hear Hendrik say, "I fucking hate angels."
Oh,
A woman
Oh.
who was like 5 feet away from me walking past goes, "What's a rude thing to say?" And just like walks on past. Okay. You are in the cathedral area of the city. You see great spires. Immediately in front of you, you can see what seems to be signage for the great South House of Baldray. You see further left, signage for the Cinder Crypts. To the old Temple Tavern. To your right, signage towards the Platinum Archive. And towards Archgarten, and further towards Liberty Corner. North is directing you towards the Precious Griffin Quarter. West, you gather further, is Everwork Shipyard. You know, it gives a distance, probably the furthest part away. And then the World Span Assembly. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I think the first thing we need to do is get lodgings.
Mhm.
I have a particular interest in, shocking enough, the Boulder area. It'd be nice to go and visit, but yeah, unless anyone else has something else, I think lodgings first.
Yeah, lodgings first.
Yeah.
That way, at least we have a regroup point.
As
Okay.
well as, a place to stay. It is, I'm assuming relatively late, like 9, 10.
It's 8 or 9. Yeah, it's about 9
Okay, yeah.
o'clock in the evening. And you
Late
gather
evening
that
then.
like this is the last traffic of the tunnels. You guys just got in, probably gathered before they're closing, before the dusk bells truly start to ring out. And there was kind of like commotion, not commotion, but there was instruction to Bash. It was like, come on, hurry up. The gate will close, the Kraken gate will close for the night. Yeah. It is a busy street, this hallowed area, the Streets of Invocation district, but it is calm and respectful. There are many Thanes to all the gods around. There are people walking and worshipping, speaking to themselves, or slight small religious sermons and small prayer circles around. It's like walking in the middle of a dozen ceremonies all going on at once, but you're like many other people in the street, which seems to be just trying to figure out where to go.
Wasn't there something about like red bricks or red
There was
buildings
a
that
certain
we had
street,
to
yeah.
that we had to figure out? So do any of the buildings near us look similar or like what was described in the note?
Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay, hold on. I'm not. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Just
Hold on.
between the kitchen and the computer.
So good.
Perception. No. 23.
23. It mentioned like the naming convention of the street does not fit the letter exactly just yet, but there is a similar nature to it. It does fit kind of like the architecture, especially given your history with Kinos.
Is it a
Can you
grid
read it?
system, or is it like just like
It's
an
kind of
system
like a bar.
sleeps?
The interior city is almost kind of like like Barcelona, where like there's
Right.
like interior square apartment complexes.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, the inner
Right.
city. That, but there's this section at least is definitely more like big religious buildings and adjacent quarters for lodgings of acolytes and people doing prayers. This doesn't seem like a residential district at all. What you would see with 23, you look at one of the signs. And can you read me off exactly what it says, please? Because I think it's in your notes. I think
Give me 2 seconds.
is Newmonger Avenue listed in 34, the cellar of deep red color. That's what I think that it will say.
Longer. It'll be in my. It will be in my.
23. Yeah, I think I've got it here. Newmonger Avenue. You
Okay.
see mentioned on one of the signs to the western edge of the city,
Mhm.
within the Everwork shipyard, Newmonger.
So the western edge of the city.
The western edge of the inner city. Oh, well, northern edge of the inner city. I don't know if you have the map up on Legend Keeper just yet, but there is a
Yeah.
map of
Yeah.
Blackwater.
I can pull it up. Just give me
Yeah,
2
it's
minutes.
it's in the area of the Everwork shipyard.
They ever worked with it. Okay. But we're still a couple of days away from having to be at.
Yeah, we're like 6 days away, I think.
Okay.
Something like
2,
yeah.
3, 4.
When Torquil
six
internalizes that in
days
his
from
head, then
tomorrow.
great. Okay. When Torquil internalizes that in his head, he'll turn to the party, and he will say, "Good. I think we have made good time. So I believe I know where we have to go for my item, but are we still trying to find the girl?
Yes,
And her
we will
mother.
be looking we will be.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry, yeah.
we should prioritize
We'll be
that.
looking for that. But it is good that we have some time before this meeting of yours. I know if it is quite some time away, but would you like us to be present as well, or would you like that conversation alone? It is, at the end of the day, your connection to them.
I would be happy to have people with me. I'm not sure what will happen at this meeting.
Very well. But still, yes, it might be best for us to continue looking through, or continue looking for the daughter. First, if you wish for lodgings, so I can send them up. There's Ye Old Temple Tavern, which is
Mhm.
not too far away from us, and then I don't know because they don't actually have like the notes on them or anything yet.
Yeah,
So there's like Great South House of Baldray.
yeah. That's more of a church than lodgings.
That's okay.
There
It's
will-
more church.
There will be
No, that's
there would
fine.
be lodgings there, in a place of providing shelter to strangers. So you could find some communal housing there.
I mean, I'd be happy with that, but depends on what people want. They prefer something more private, or
Communal housing's fine with. Oh, cool. I say, so we're bedding down for the night. Is that the intention?
yeah, I think so. Although now that I think of it, I just realized that might be beneficial.
Mhm.
But that, yeah, I think we want to sort out some lodgings.
Mhm.
Also, sorry. How normal is it for angels to be guarding the city gates? Again, is that relatively routine in terms of the major cities, or
Make a religion check with advantage because you're an Azimar.
okay? I will do that. There we go. As long as 21.
It is unconventional. Even in times of war, summoning angels to fight on the front lines against the Empire of Teoland was hard to do. To have 6 angels in one of 4 gateways interviewing and spotting out holes in people's stories instead of just regular mortal guards is a great commitment from the Church of Nedlin of resources to spend to bring them to the mortal plane. The more you think about it, the more disconcerting it is.
It's either they have so many resources that they don't care, or this is a very concerning show of like almost
show of
I guess
force.
maybe not paranoia, but yeah, like either that or they're so concerned that something is going to happen that they're committing these resources.
Yeah, they're like shit.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
I feel like we've entered like a lion's den.
Yeah, I'm also curious because obviously I think every single one of the angels were Nedlin, right?
All of them bear the mark on the armor or the symbol of the shield of Nedlin, yes.
Okay, which means it would definitely have to be the primary church of Nedlin who did it here. What?
Church of Nedlin is responsible for security. They run the brass shields.
Yeah.
Tyr instructs the law, but the Church of Nedlin undertakes guarding society and civilization and peoples.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting, but yeah, I think we'll get some lodgings and we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe Sophia's going to make an appearance again.
Maybe. With the 21 as well, like I didn't describe it too much, but there's a lot of people that like that was their first time ever seeing an angel coming in and out of breakwater. The brass shield seemed to be awe-stricken, but still at station and relaxed, at ease for the presence of the angels around them.
Okay. I mean, if they're at ease, it means they're not they're not immediately overly cautious. So they're not in the manner of something's going to happen like right
Yeah.
now. But still, yeah, for the Angels is a big show or like a big,
Mhm.
important, drastic move. Okay. Wow. It has been some time since I have last been here. I believe the House of Baldre is nearby. They could provide lodgings for us, but it will be communal. If we wish for more private tavern lodgings, then we will have to go elsewhere. That used to be a tavern, but a lodging, but that's seems to be gone now.
Yeah, he pointed to a building that is now
Yeah.
being repurposed as a cookhouse for like basically people coming in and out of the city by private business.
Yeah.
I'm
Which
personally, I'm
which
okay. I'm used to barracks, and I'm good with private, so I'll leave it up to the rest.
I have no objection to communal housing.
Jamie- I have my own plans for tonight. But if that's going to be our rally point, it's
for
important
the
we
time being, at
put
least.
that down now. It's okay. Okay, then I'll meet you there in the morning.
You'll be out all night, will you?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
You remember the last time that Hendrik was off by himself and you had to run to save him?
Yeah, you died to a necromancer.
I need to get some information, so I'll stay out of trouble. Don't worry about it.
Well, if you're sure.
Those two sentences do not make any sense together. You need information, but you will stay out of trouble.
I mean, he can always go to his local library.
Even in the library, Hendrik would find a way to get accosted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of going to the library. Don't worry about it. And I'll leave.
Okay. So where are you wanting to go then,
I
Hendrik?
can't get the pages. Hold on, let me see. I would like to go to a brothel.
A brothel.
I would like to gather information.
Mhm.
Okay.
There
Am
are
I
legal
correct in
ones.
saying that Numella would be? I mean, look
It
at
would
the
be a
city
form of
we're in.
there
Numella
would
would
be
be the
relaxation
patron
of
of.
soul and body there provided. Yes, you would be
Yeah.
looking for the matron.
Not prostitutes, but what's the Japanese one? The
Tea house?
woman you hang out with?
Companionship
Yeah.
and everything else.
That's exactly what
A
would be.
companion,
It's
yes,
a similar service.
companion.
It's
I mean, you could have just gone with speakeasy, but
Speakeasy is another one, yeah.
if you're looking for the
Speakeasy is where you get
actual,
shit-faced drunk.
if you're looking for
That's
the
an option.
actual religious site where that would happen, it would be the matron manor of spirituality. I can't say a word at the minute.
spirituality.
Spirituality.
What if I'm
Yeah.
not looking for an official one?
Ryan's
What if
looking
I'm
for a
looking for one that's
Japanese tea
slightly
house
off?
that offers sex if you want it.
I'm looking for a shady place
We
where I can
literally
talk to
haven't
people.
even been in the place an hour, and he wants to break the law.
Make a history check for him, please. Then or investigation or history check.
Let's see. Sorry, what was the ones?
Either
Investigation. or
either
history?
investigation or history. Yeah.
I'll do investigation because I have terrible history.
20. Okay.
20.
You listen out, you hear conversations, and you kind of you're naturally charismatic and you have an air of slight authority and intimidation, also persuasiveness about you. And we gather.
And being an elf, I'm sure I'm very, very good looking too.
I mean, you've got perfect,
Or-
resplendent features and
or not.
symmetry.
I mean, yeah, completely ignore the fact that the nation was at war with people with those features. Sure.
I mean, if the wig comes off, yeah, they might not like it. But
if you want tolerable, how would I put this? Societally accepted means of releasing yourself, it would either be at the matron manor of spirituality, which is run by the clergy of Numella, or you could try and find the Lee or serve the night at the prosperous trade squares in the trade quarter of the city. Or alternatively, if your means of release are more explicit and unconventional, you could find some companionship at Liberty Corner,
Let's
where foreigners.
do the second option.
Second option. Okay.
Oh, well, that might. Hold on. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to get information.
Uh-huh.
If I'm. Yeah, okay, let's go to the seediest place possible.
You want to go to Liberty Corner?
Let's. Yeah, is that by the docks?
It's by the eastern set stretch of the docks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Then that sounds exactly what I'm looking.
All right. Let's get back. We'll turn to you in a second. The other four of you, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
What time of the day is it again?
It's about
Like,
9
late.
p.m.
Okay, too
The
late
sun's
to.
just to fully crease across the edge of the city. It's gone. The lighthouse, this 20-story lighthouse, is new, spanning around the city.
It's
I think.
probably too late to go to the Platinum Archive for me. So I'm going to. I figure that sort of, just when a journal is about to be given in, there's like a longer final entry put in before it's
Yeah.
handed into the archive. So I guess that's what Thor could be doing
Mhm.
if we don't have to go out anywhere.
Okay. There is a brief description of Breakwater, which I forgot to give to you, if you wouldn't mind me regaling that to you now.
Yeah.
When you approached, and from the hillside, especially from the Laurel Highland, the Bay of Breakwater, it is the busiest and largest port in the northern continent. You maybe could put together with the naked eye maybe 400 galleons.
Jesus. Oh shit.
You could see maybe hundreds of schooners and smaller ships, tugboats, and past all of these almost 500, 600 ships deep of bay, about 4 miles out to sea, you saw a massive lit stone structure, a superstructure, a mile tall and 24 miles wide, stretching across the vastness of the ocean from point of land to point of land. This colossal stone storm wall protecting the Bay of Breakwater from the worst of the weather, either by the gods or natural means. It is, for you, Church of Kinos follower, Torkel, the storm wall of Breakwater is probably next to the Quarry of Eland, is probably the single greatest architectural achievement of your church.
Mhm. Can you like walk it?
You can walk it.
Sick.
You have to go like out to the city limits and start to come in across it. But the wall protects dozens and dozens of square miles of shipping lanes, and I think there's 3 or 4 different spots of huge archways where entire galleons can sail in. And secondly, what I will describe to you is it within the bay. It's harbored around the kind of everywhere section of the city, and you can see most of this from were colossal sized ships, double the size of galleons, man of war size ships, with the beating spring colors flapping in the wind of the tidal order, the sea order of Templars, the naval contingent. Sorry, I briefly forgot to mention that. But yeah, Breakwater is a massive city with a massive port, which sees tens of thousands worth of gold come in and out of it every day, if not hundreds of thousands. Yes. So, what are the 4 of you doing? You said you didn't want to go to the Platinum Aegis or Platinum Library just yet. Okay.
I figure it's too late in the evening.
Possibly. You could still try if you wanted to.
It's not too far. We can always
It-
go visit.
It depends what other people are doing. If other people are going out, then yeah, if we're passing by, I'll pass by.
Yeah.
But if people are settling in and Ryan's doing his thing, that's also fine by me.
It's not quite passing by. If anything, it's almost the slight opposite direction, but it's not far from it. So we'll still get there in the morning if you want.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming that's Order of the Righteous Wave, is it?
Yes, correct. Order of the Righteous Wave is the.
And is that like all of those galleons are Order of the Righteous Wave, or is it a case of like some are like basic military.
Some
stuff.
definitely, about maybe 6 of them were moored around the huge castle at the northern tip of the edge of Breakwater, which you gather probably be the keep of the Templars. There is a handful of similar sized ships, but they're more like sailing ships, more like merchant armed vessel ships, close to kind of the opposite side, next to the trade quarter. I know that on the map it shows off only like a couple plinths of boarding, but the entire edge of Breakwater's Bay has moorings for smaller ships, larger ships, the entire length of it.
Basically, the entire east
Coastline.
Coastline of the city is just one big, massive dock.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Where?
Wow, it must really suck if it's like, where are you meeting? At the dock. Can't be more specific than that.
Are we going to ask Torkel?
The map of Breakwater, where in Legend Keeper, like what subsection is that?
Is the Stormwall?
The map of
No, is he sort of trying to find the actual map? Like,
Oh, so if you click on Breakwater, just beneath it, you should see map of Breakwater. Breakwater has a little article on the right-hand side next to main.
We don't have all the notes yet.
Yeah. Holy shit! Okay, thank you. And where do you come in from the east?
So we're pretty much almost back center of the map.
Back center.
Next to the gateway.
Yeah, we just kind of came through there.
So where the
you follow the
tags
wall
are on the map.
Yeah, I've got it. Got the Kraken gateway up.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so fucking cool. Okay. Got it. Right, that puts it in.
Okay. Lorlock and Orley, as followers of Boldra, is there anything you guys want to do?
I think if we're heading to the south house of Boldra anyway, we'll head there.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what's going on, I might offer any assistance in terms of services. I can, but and I was, never mind. Yeah, then right next to each other. I will probably do that, and then when it comes to like healing houses, I'm assuming Dawnlight healing houses, healing house. What's the view on like volunteer services? Like, is it generally accepted that you can pop in, say like, hi, I can.
Depends on the church. Churches like Boldre and Nedlin welcome like a lot of support that they get. Other ones like Vela, Arias, and Keynotes and stuff like that, like their clergy and system of reputation tends to be you've got to kind of be aligned with the church, a part of the church for.
Okay. In that case, I'll just like it's literally like on the way to the.
On the way to the house, yeah.
So, unless I can remember which if it's aligned to a specific god.
What do you mean, the South House, or do you mean
the Dawnlight Healing House?
Oh, that would have been aligned with Arias.
Okay. So
the
general will be accepted as you have to be a member of our. Okay. In that case, I will probably not be helping out there. I would have.
Being a light priest or a sun seer or something like that high clergy would be basically like. It's like you walking in and being like, "Well, I know how to do surgery. I'm just going to come and help." And they're like, "No, you're not an approved surgeon within this."
No, that's fair enough. In that case, I think I'll just be heading to the South House of Baldray. We'll get lodging set up for the night, and then we can make more informed decisions tomorrow.
Okay, that's the two of you, and then I guess are Torkel and Thoric joining them, or is that anything the two of you would like to see or do?
Unless Thoric has anything he wants to do specifically, Torkel will be heading to the House of Baldray just to settle in, maybe ask some questions about what's around the site and stuff like that.
If everyone's heading out, then I'll head out to.
Right.
I don't think.
I'm gonna actually stay in the House of Baldray, and I'm gonna prepare. I want to try and kind of like teach my Perra a few things if I can.
Okay.
I can now speak with animals because of the new changes, so I'm gonna ritual cast that.
Okay.
It says
before we get there, I'll describe to you what the South House of Baldray looks like. As you head through this pious section of the city where many people are in prayer, many people are praying the smaller themes of the gods. You head to the actual denomination, the center house of the Church of Baldur within Breakwater. It is this three-tiered cathedral structure of two high towers, one at the north end, one at the south end. It has huge open wooden stamped doors, which are open to all. You see people, many people heading in. You see people of various walks of life heading in, um, workers. You see people of aristocracy and wealth heading in as well to give praise, to give thanks, to prayer, to offer with incense candles and different smaller themes of food sharing and stranger kindness within. And finally, you kind of reach an acolyte past the kind of prayer hall that actually you see various like little subterfuge and hallways of communal bedding and cook houses or cook rooms, and see a small area where a group of like 40 or 50 children are playing various games of tag and chase each other and whittling sticks into like little creatures of this mortal plane, on this material plane. And this acolyte walks up. She's a fair-haired halfling woman. She wears simple blue garb of Baldre, and as you all approach in your armor, like you're in your armor and your armaments, you're a bit unique. And she, Angel, how can I help you this evening?
Greetings. We are very sorry to bother you at such a late stage of the day. We have just arrived in the city. We have yet to gain our bearings and find lodgings. We were wondering if there was a small area where we might just rest for the night.
There is places spare. It is quite cramped at the moment, as it has been for the past few weeks. It might be a bit more cluttered than usual, but any bed that is free, feel free to call your own.
Thank you. We greatly appreciate this. We will hopefully not be taking up your time for too long, just for tonight.
Stay as long as you like. The God of House and Home welcomes you all, and for always.
I'm glad. But is there a particular reason it's been so cramped these past few weeks? I've heard strange tellings going on in the city.
Strange events have indeed been occurring. We lost our beloved Archzealot at the start of the year. He slipped in a bathhouse. It was a tragic accident. He was killed. There was a period of mourning for a time. As far as I'm aware, a lot of the upheaval and upset by forces outside of our church and people that and the things that we care about has been that there has not been a successor chosen as of yet.
Yes, I had heard that.
There was word that
Strange.
one of the Hierophants was to attend to Breakwater and to make an appointment in person, but I subscribe to this as just a rumor.
Those rumors pass on quite often, really. With every rumor that, if every rumor were true, I don't think the Hierophants would ever sleep in the same bed at once. Or sleep in twice. Yeah, fucking words. Ever sleep twice in the same place. So
I think the road.
stumbled
I
there.
think you've had a long road, Angel.
That's
As
Yes,
as for the
not.
increase in accommodation provided by the church, the upset of some businesses and normalcy being changed and worry in some places has led to a lot of businesses and inflation occurring. I'm afraid to say that some people here staying with us now had means, had homes, had belongings and wares to sell, but have either failed to meet a business arrangement or are just staying here in the meantime while they hope to sell what they can before turning back to their lodgings elsewhere.
Oh, it is. I'm saddened to hear that, but hopefully things will recover soon.
It is, and also some of And she looks over towards a group of people who are drinking like a shared bottle of whiskey and like laughing and having a jovial time. And some of the accommodation we are providing is to people who simply don't want to pay an increased price and are making the best use of the can over a god of accommodation to strangers.
But it is still our duty to provide it. Is there anything
Eternally.
Is there anything we can do to help you in this matter?
She gestures around, and there's dozens and dozens of acolytes and lesser and priests around, telling stories of hope to children, keeping people who seem to be need to be consoled about, whatever stress they're going through, and people just like casting spells to conjure food as well. At this point, you realize a lot of Breakwater is old stone, and newer techniques to build with veinstone has not been happened within this quarter of the city, or needed to happen.
Okay, so is this this is relatively the old section of the I guess the old section of the city in that it hasn't really been renovated.
Yeah,
Or
your understanding of this, and to Torkel and everybody who's in here, this section of city, to have an entire section of city dedicated to the gods is a very old way of thinking, maybe 5 or 6 centuries old. Whereas in now, people tend to pray to the gods within their profession, their livelihood, within their own homes. But to have centralized places where things happen is kind of an older idea.
Okay.
And I take it the 4 of you find space somewhere to post your hitchings.
Yes, that's the plan.
Your idols will be taken care of as well.
That's good. I'm sure you can
there's a stable area. And imagine that, Hendrik, you give your idol to your allies to take care of for the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Hendrik, you zip past, leaving the religious quarter section of the city behind, and heading towards Archgarten, a lovely wooded area of the city. You follow kind of the outer wall as a guide, or the city wall as a guide. Beautiful emerald oaks and young saplings appear. These people with evening walks of small torches, evening strolls with their loved ones, family members with young babes. And as you draw closer towards Liberty Corner, the rhythmic of live music, of partying and laughing and joviality and excitement and rawness of emotion is infectious. It takes over this kind of calmness over this low wood and park which you walk through, and approach the kind of edges of Liberty Corner. You see many, many brass shields walking the outstretched lines of Liberty Corner on patrol, and they have set up almost like cordons for the streets which back on to Archgarten, Liberty Corner, and they are checking people over. And you see, as the night is closed on, you see brass shields, couple of brass shields holding people by the scruff of the collar and walking them back, escorting them back into the Liberty Corner, and saying, "You know when you paid the price. This is when the curfew was enacted. When those bells rang." I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's my first time here. Like, first time and last time if you don't keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
And tosses a dwarvish man back in. What do you do?
Was a curfew?
A curfew you gather.
Even senior establishments are not going to be.
For foreigners.
Oh, okay.
Look explicitly foreign. He has
okay.
different skin and attire than anyone you've ever seen before.
Okay.
Do you want to approach one of the cordons?
No, I'm just laughing. The guard's job is literally to profile people. Yeah, but continue on.
Okay.
To be clear, I'm for a brothel, not a pimp.
Yeah, that's fine. You walk up to one of the guards, and he walks up to you and goes, "Sir, good sir, You are aware this is a section of the city where foreign customs are commonplace?
Yes, or I assumed so at least.
Yes, I'm just warning you. And he looks over like towards into Liberty Corner, and you can kind of see some people dancing and enjoying themselves, and they're not dressed, and it kind of makes him blush a little bit under his helmeted armor. Yes, it is a strange place, but keep your wits about you. Okay, be safe.
Thank you very much for your concern. Absolutely.
And you walk through the
I'll just
cordon,
keep fucking
brash
walking.
heels. It's at
Yep.
this point, as you walk into Liberty Corner, as you make the rounds, you see people with face paint on and strange tattoos of Leviathan, like sea creatures, buccaneers, privateers. You see mercenaries drinking on the
Just
corner of
cracking
impromptu
shit.
taverns. You see strange substances being absorbed on countertops and tables, being huffed and smoked. That gives this kind of strange aromatic smell. Make a perception check for me, please.
Everything.
25. Wow. It's a natural
Holy
20.
fuck.
That's an unbelievable roll.
Oh yeah, it's no longer green. Oh no.
I know. When you walk around, you're maybe in this place for 5 or so minutes before you see your first inclination of something being strange here. You see a group of people dancing around a destroyed stone statue, and they are throwing their hands up into the air, and beads of light, flashes of golden krona and purples and yellows, and strange firework like explosions of puff and magic being cast out of their hands, and dancing and beating drums of spectral nature don't even exist, and playing instruments that are conjured from pure miasma of magic. And with a 25, they are dancing around a destroyed statue of one of the gods. Dancing around one of the destroyed statues of Nedlin, the Protector. This statue, what you can see with the 25, was made of veinstone, has been destroyed, and you instantly smell the repugnant smell of arcane, lesser magic being cast around it. Dozens and dozens of people are dancing around, enjoying, drinking, celebrating this sundered sign of the gods. Did you just walk past it?
Yeah. Nah.
Okay.
It's hard. It's not what I'm here. God damn it. It's not what I'm here for though.
Okay.
um.
There's loose.
I mean, the guards know about this, so it must be fine. I'm not going to go into another, precinct and start. Yeah, I'll just keep going.
Okay. You see that on your way to finding descriptions and hearing conversations of where to go, another 6 or 7 of these statues of the gods have all been destroyed. People are dancing around it, celebrating. You see a couple of people pissing on them as well. These large Goliath men pissing on a statue of Mina on their face.
Are they? You said they had like paintings on themselves and stuff, or like tattoos or something.
Mhm.
Is any of that Tiamat?
Tiamat? You mean the god, the dark
Nedlin and
mirror?
Nedlin. Yeah.
Make a religion check for me, please. I mean, the 25, I'll consider you do see them pretty well, but make a religion check for me, please. Or a
Because I
history check,
know
your choice.
Nedlin and the fucking dragon god. I can't remember the name of.
26. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
The tattoos, which you assume to be either markers of religious faith and iconography, none of them are of your gods, of your people. You see marks of a strange entity of a yawning maw devouring the sun. You see magical script, actually glowing tattoos, which kind of hum with nature, of gods of distant lands, of the Glubliet will conquer the world
I don't
tattooed
see-
on someone's shoulder. You see
Glubliet.
various.
Isn't
This.
is it
Go ahead.
is that orc or
Hobgoblin.
goblin? A
It's a
Glubliet
hobgoblin
sounds
god.
really fucking familiar. Oh, okay,
Glubliet.
okay, cool.
I will say this: the 26 and 25 perception. A lot of the people here, they're foreigners. They're not people of these lands, and they are enjoying
Oh yeah.
pissing on destroyed statues of your gods.
Well, I mean they're not pissed on Tyr, are
No.
they?
With a 26, you see someone
I'm
drawing profane text on a smashed head of Tyr in his eyeless sockets, and they are smushing in like broken fruit and waste and like cooked meat into his eye sockets, and all like in this crowd of 10 or so people laughing at it.
gonna pray to Tyr. I'm gonna pray to Tyr. Tyr, do you want me to kill these people?
You pray to your god,
Cool.
and you feel an air of calmness wash over you.
Okay.
To
Yeah, they don't matter. They're just fucking animals.
But with a 25, you do eventually find a betting house. This large connected series of apartments over 4 floors, and it has like various bridges connecting to lesser structures. The bridges look like not approved adages. They seem like kind of like piecemeal added on. You see it's titled as the Honorable Repose.
Okay.
You go inside.
That sounds like what I'm looking for.
You go inside, and there is this booming noise of music and energy of people flirting, and like, you're a very pious man, and piousness and modesty is a key part of Concordian culture. These people have their hair down, their literal hair on show, naked bodies on show. They're enjoying an evening, and you can see people in this hall. You ever like been into a party and someone's just like showing off with like their lighter and be like, ah, look at my cool Clippo lighter, and like look at my
Mhm.
cool gun that I have to this badass party. There's a lot of that going on, but with magically enchanted weapons, and you see like a person hovering a spell book above their hand and reading arcane words from it as their form completely changes, and they just like change gender, like just change from a man into a woman. You see people make themselves look prettier and exaggerated features. And what do? You're in this room of just archaic relaxation and reprieve. There's a bar, if you want to go over to that.
Yeah, now here's where we get to the fun part, guys. Hendrik is canonically far more charismatic than I am.
Okay.
So yes, I will go up to the bar
Mhm.
and I guess just trying to shed the rigidness and just try to get into the mood of the crowd
Mhm.
a bit.
Play a role.
Hendrik is not liking this at all the entire time, but you know what, he can
Sure.
put that to the side.
I'll say you can either make a persuasion check. Is this against like the bartender and various people around you, just trying to charismatically find out what's going on in the area?
Yeah, just people sitting at the bar. Just
Okay.
you know.
Can
You
you
gotta make
speak
persuasion
louder
or-
into this? Can you
Yeah.
speak louder into this magic stone on my collar?
You can either make a persuasion check or a deception check.
Fuck, he's right. This is like undercover cop. Okay. Great. You said what rules?
Either
do you have?
persuasion or deception.
Okay, I will do something.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast a spell
Yeah.
subtly,
hmm
so that no one knows I'm casting the spell. And the spell I'm going to cast is Enhance Ability.
hmm
It lasts an hour. Gives a
hmm
bonus, or it gives advantage to charisma. It didn't post it. So I'm still learning the damn.
That's fine. Enhanceability.
There it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Choose
Yeah.
one.
I'm doing it subtly so that
Mhm.
it is no visual, verbal, or somatic bonus. It just happens.
Yeah.
So for an hour, I think it's an hour, I will have
Advantage on charisma
um,
checks.
advantage on charisma checks. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I will. Yeah, I'll just do. What's the button? Where's the button? Where's the button? Persuasion.
Okay. Yeah. Roll again.
Oh,
You have advantage.
with advantage.
22.
Oh, thank God for that.
Okay. All right. With the 22, you can ask me 3 questions of what you want to know about the area, what you want to gather.
Ah. See, what I was hoping to do was just sort of hang out with a person who might and just get information from the internet. But I guess this makes sense too. Where's the black market? If I need to buy something or
Uh-huh.
get myself out of the city, how would I do that? I know that's a big question
Uh-huh.
to start off with. But again, Hendrik is far more charismatic than I am, and
That's
I'll
fine.
I'll,
If you're
I'll
looking
even
for,
pull up visitation stuff.
yeah, that's fine. If you're looking for strange weaponry and armament, he implores you to go to the person you're talking to, the Shatterscar Armory and Emporium on the western side of Liberty Corner.
Okay, let me write that down.
It is on the map as well, if you want to.
Shatterscar Emporium. At
Yeah.
where? Liberty Corner? No, God,
Yeah,
everything's at Liberty
just down
Corner.
the street. Yeah, well, you're in that district.
Yeah.
If you're looking for,
and if I needed to move a person, like
well, then he tells
if
you
the law's looking for me and I need to get out of here.
Yeah, he says it's kind of this burly human man with like huge tree trunk thick arms. He leans across the table to you. If you're looking for something to get out of a Jimmy place, well, you just gotta. You see the people with the snake tattoos? They're part of the Hydra. You gotta make contact with them. They can get anything or anybody in and out of the city at the minute.
Okay.
He gestures towards like the kind of revelry within the chamber. And he says, all this is thanks to them. Hell, it's the best business we've had in years.
Oh, okay. Oh, this whole party is them?
Yeah, well, Warden Street is they're the ones that took down all the Veinstone statues.
Okay. Well, that's very cool. I hadn't heard about them. Okay.
Yeah, well, it was last night's party got a bit halted. That twat, that marshal showed up, dragged a couple people away.
I'm sorry, his name is Twat.
No, I'm calling him a twat. I don't know his name. It's just.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. There was like
I thought that was his
marshal
actual name.
event or something, wasn't it? Oh
Yeah.
God, I completely forgot about. Who was the marshal again? Sorry, I know we heard about him before. But I can't
You
recall.
heard about the Marshal of Jurisprudence being stationed or sent to Breakwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
He's a dude come down
fairly
here
extreme
kicking ass.
dude, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, kind of like fills up your ale because he likes talking with you guy, and you're charismatic. Yeah, breast shields are too scared to come in here anymore, isn't that right? He gestures to the guy, and he's like drinking a beer and cleaning his fingernails with a dagger. And he goes, yeah, breast shields, cowardly lot. Too scared to come in when mages can actually do their shit. Don't have to play by their rules anymore of Can't cast spells with that fucking stone around.
No, I agree. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck
Oh
the
man, that's
police.
funny. Fuck the police. Um, for my third, does anyone have any particular ideas, or should I just? Because I'm thinking of just asking, like, just general, like, what's been going on. But it would have any ideas?
I mean, Thork would just ask about the menu, but that's just Thork.
Nope. Okay. Yeah.
What's caused the movement now? But I don't know if a random person will know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, why now? Like, what? Yeah, Volta Hydra's like not new. So why now?
It's like, I've worked in this bar for 4 years, and bosses are good, pay's good, but we always we're a bit of a meeting spot for people who are got the snake tattoo as part of the Hydra. I guess it's just good timing for us. I couldn't put a story together to explain it. Maybe New Year, New Hydra. I don't know what to say. But someone's making moves. Those statues have stood for a long time, ever since Liberty Corridor was sectioned off from the other parts of the city. To keep, foreigners stop casting spells and all that, watchamajigs and all that stuff.
Okay. What DM? What's the name of this tavern again? Then
This tavern that you're currently in
Repose?
is the Honorable
Something
Repose.
Repose?
Yeah, the Honorable Repose.
Thank you very much.
So, roll pros. Yeah. He says to you, just as a kind of like, by the way, there's a warehouse just next to the wall. That marshal, I wouldn't go looking around near there. That marshal basically folded a building in and of itself, and I don't know, conjured a temple in its place. So I'd stay clear of that.
At a warehouse by the wall. Actually, the wall's fucking everywhere, so it's where particularly? Because there's a big ass wall.
Yeah, I'll add it in the map.
Thank you very much.
Liberty Corner. Temple question mark? That's what a lot of us. Yeah, there it is. It's just the bottom right next to the wall. You have a good night, you hear? And kind of goes to another customer. There's maybe 100 people in this room.
Map? Because
you're not on the break.
That you're referencing?
If you go on to the overworld map, are you in the overworld map?
I'm on Legend Keeper. Yeah.
Okay. If you find Breakwater, and you'll see like a little ribbon, a blue strand ribbon icon above the.
Yeah.
If you click on that.
Oh, map. Okay, there. Sorry. Okay, it was a sub menu. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I just got it open. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Oh wow, nice job, dude.
Okay.
Very cool. Okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is Hendrik done for the evening?
Hendrik's done a good job. Hendrik is going to go and find an actual proper relaxation house that is according to the law, and then just get a I don't know, a bath and hang out.
Yeah, I'll say you head to the Matron Manor Spirituality. Some functionaries of Numela, relax your soul. You're bathed. You have some lovely poems read to you, and you're sung a song.
It's a nice time. We can skip over.
It's a nice time. Yeah. Mark off 4 gold pieces for your time within the spirituality. No
problem.
You eventually, as you guys are kind of like drifting off to sleep, it's been a couple hours. You said you're just going to find your friends in the morning, just outside the civil house. We can cut ahead to the morning if you want.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be that late, I might as well just stay where I'm at, and I'll just meet in the morning.
Yeah. Don't worry, still 4 gold. So as you guys all wake up in a
Okay.
cramped place. But before that happens, there was a certain individual who wanted to talk to a rat. To talk to a rat with his gnomish powers.
Also, would I be able to go buy the platinum?
You wanted to buy the platinum what, sir?
The platinum archive?
Yes. Yeah, I'm just saying this is still the night time when you guys were
Okay.
just before you went to bed. But we'll
Okay, cool.
we'll do that when.
Oh,
when you
sorry,
guys all
I
convene.
got confused. I thought people were doing their things at night. All
Yeah,
at once.
that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ryan's done his thing, Hendrick's done his thing, investigating, and I think that Orly wanted to talk to the rat before he went to sleep. Am I correct?
Yeah, I
Orly?
only need a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
You want
yeah,
to talk
fair,
to your rat?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you talk to your rat, and then we'll go to the next day. All right. What do you say to your rat friend when you ritually cast speak with animals?
I'm not really. Well, I suppose I'm kind of speaking to it, but it's more of a. I don't really want to like build a bond or anything like that with this rat. I'm just gonna ritually cast speak with animals and kind of like jot down, because obviously I still haven't found anything about. I've been looking out for the Hydra symbol and I don't know what Hendrick's been up to, so I'm gonna, from my recollection, draw out the Hydra symbol on like a piece of parchment, piece of paper, and
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of like do the whole find this whilst the speak with that. I don't know how good the communication is with this spell. It's your discretion.
I'll go find that little symbol.
Oh,
yeah, it's a rat. It's not very intelligent. Okay. And yeah, that's
Rat finds
pretty
an
much,
actual Hydra.
that's pretty much it. That's essentially all I really wanted to do.
Okay.
I'll
And
let the rat
are you
go
just
free, I
letting him?
guess.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
Yeah, sure.
$19. Okay. Your rat does not return to you for the rest of the night, but we'll
Okay.
pick back up on that. He's a little guy on a mission.
Nice.
The evening passes. The dawn bells ring out across the city of Breakwater. You're woken up in a small, cramped quarter living space, the four of you. Some of you got top bunks, some of you got bottom bunks, and some of you slept on the floor in some bindings and shawls and throws. People cough, people farted during the night. It's not the most comfortable thing. Sleeping in a cramped, confined hostel of various different races, various different peoples. Some people ate too much of the chili that was cooked up last night, and you are looking forward to get out of that dormitory. The meals are prepared. They're bland. They are cleric conjured water heated to
Oatmeal.
make a soup, and cleric conjured dry breads. And they're boring, but they are sustenance. So you don't guys have to spend any money staying here, but it's bland and uncomfortable compared to some of the fine room we stayed at in Heatshade. It's at this point when you guys leave the great cathedral 3-story tiered structure of the South House of Bouldray that Hendrick is waiting there for you guys in the morning. How does Hendrick look after his night out? Look relaxed? Look nervous?
Ryan?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Was that directed at me?
That was directed
Yeah.
at Hendrick.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
How do they look when the party sees you?
Sorry, I had some real life pop up. Yeah, I'm probably like outside. Hendrick looks clean and he smells of lavender perfume.
Yeah, he's clean. Like, guys, he is.
Maybe some lipstick on his collar.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Hendrick looks like he's had a wonderful, refreshing night, and he's good to go. Hendrick, once you guys, I imagine like Hendrick's waiting outside. You guys walk out, and Hendrick walks up to you guys. I've been doing some investigation, guys.
Oh, you wasted no time. What did you find?
I'm just, part of the city is taken over completely by anarchy. They've been probably led by. They've been definitely led, knowingly or not, by the Hydra cult. Hydra cult they basically have a quarter of the city. It's I don't know why the hell that is allowed here, but it's the reality of it. They are doing some smuggling. I asked if I wanted to get out of the city or like get smuggled out, who would I go to? And everyone just pointed me towards the Hydra cult. I don't know where their headquarters is, but I know they operate out of a tavern called the Honorable Repose. And they've been destroying Veinstone statues that have been put around the city, which makes me think that they may be trying to cast some spells, which is bad. Also found a smuggler for magic weapons if you guys want to spend your money on that. Oh, fuck, I forgot here. I shouldn't be telling them any of this.
No, I'm noting it all day.
No!
All of this is happening, and like I get reprimanded for having a deflection stone.
Yeah, get fucked.
That's crazy.
Everything I did was within the law. That's the difference.
Why would the Hydra change into a cult? They were a smuggling ring before, weren't they?
I use the word cult loosely. It could just be a fanatical gang. Honestly, there were religious trappings about it of foreign gods, but I don't know if that was sincere or if it was just a trapping.
Well, it is the foreign district. They are technically allowed to have their gods there. So we can't necessarily have that as
they're destroying. They're destroying.
Yeah, they wouldn't need to destroy
statues of our gods.
Definitely seems to indicate a loss.
Veinstone as well, which I mean, they're blatantly breaking the law. You like even foreign culture acceptance. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
they're casting spells and have magical items and things, which that's not okay.
No.
By rights, as a priest of Tyr, the Brashields should have gone in there and arrested everybody and sentenced them all to Eland Corey or worse, but they haven't.
So
absolutely.
They only
just set
came
fire at one end and just let it go to the other. Nighttime.
I think we're going to have to be a little bit more careful in Breakwater compared to everywhere else we've been, because if this is the kind of display that's out in public compared to everywhere else they've been in the shadows, and we've been trying to find them, all you had to do was walk around and you found them. So it seems as if they're not afraid here in Breakwater.
My gut tells me that oh god damn it, I'm trying to go around Legend Keeper and I can never get the damn thing to show. Okay. I would be cautious around the guards. Maybe not the guards themselves, but definitely something's wrong here. I suspect that their leadership may be compromised, like it was in the last place we were at, where the guard captain was an agent of the Necromancer. So maybe don't go directly to the guards and give them all this information, and then talk to them. Don't do that shit.
Who are you looking at when you say that?
The one person who does. I don't know. There's a lot of.
So
no, hang on. Go on.
Everyone. I'm looking at everyone. I'm looking at everyone.
Everyone. Come on. Even me?
No, not you, Orly. Orly can't do anything wrong. And not Torkel either. And maybe not Lyranok.
To be fair, the one time I've shared the book was when we were all going to be taken to jail for it.
You took that personally.
We do have the lead though. There, I do know where the other agent of Tyr is.
Oh.
Sorry, I just ate. Oh fuck! I just ate a bunch of salsa, hot sauce to the burrito. Ugh.
Yeah, the marshal.
Yeah, the marshal.
We have a
thank you.
lead.
And he seems to be kicking ass. Yeah. Yes, we have a lead, but we also have the opposite of a lead. We know what to stay away from, i.e., informing the guards. Is everyone on the same page there? Everyone
Yes,
understand?
But if the marshal is acting here, then I wonder why he's acting alone. Seems
It's
unusual. Normally they would
really-
have support for this kind of action.
I don't think it's as easy to act as a secondary law enforcement in a city. The guards can't stop us, but they don't have to help us. And if he thinks that the guards are compromised, like I think the guards are compromised, we can't really go into their organization and clean house. That's not a thing that we can just do on our will. I think we should talk to him, but I think I understand what's going on a little bit. Or I'm making assumptions. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe a little espionage might be helpful whilst we're here. Where's my rat? Actually, where's Sophia?
she
We haven't
vanished. We don't know.
heard from Sophia in a while.
I'm gonna literally
She's probably doing
literally say out loud, Sophia. And
You get stabbed.
Nothing. She is a monk of Vela and a very accomplished one at that. She would know those angels have true sight, so casting visibility would not have been a good idea.
Yeah. Rat.
You say rat.
And everyone else goes where?
As you're outside and you say rat, this little brown black furred creature scares up the steps. Hey, what are you doing?
No. Okay, I give him some food. I was not prepared for that. Oh my god. Oh, does my rat give it? Is it my rat? Can I inspect
it's
the
your
rat?
rat.
It's my rat.
Yeah.
I think I need
I mean,
to
he
cast
is an
this.
employee of
I
yours.
think you need to ritually. I think you ritually need to cast the.
I think I'll do that whilst we're kind of like standing around if we're not gonna
Okay.
jump to and.
All right. While he's ritually casting that, is anyone planning on doing anything else?
Not while he's casting.
No.
Okay. Speak with animal, spells happens. The rat says, "Reporting for duty."
Oh well, he's a soldier. He's a soldier now.
Did you find the symbol that I drew out?
Yeah.
Can you point your head in the general direction?
The rat looks around.
I didn't go on the streets. I used the tunnels. And I saw it there.
The tunnels.
Yeah, there's a lot of tunnels under the city.
Where's the closest entrance to these tunnels? I'll put them on the ground.
And he tries to walk towards a small what almost describes like a confectionery store.
Okay.
And he starts to run inside, and the owner's like, "Oh, rat!" and jances up and goes to reach for a fucking a mallet that he uses to smash.
Oh god, it's okay, it's okay. It's my rat. I apologize. I'll get him now.
Revelers in their pits, get it out of here! What is your business? And you see the rat dances through him, goes past the waitress, and goes underneath a door into the back room of the little
Oh my
store.
god, dude! Is the door open?
The door is ajar.
Can I pick up the jar? No, sorry. Okay.
Get it
Lose
out
a
of my
level.
office before it craps on my papers! Get it out of my office!
I'll run through the door. This fucking rat, bro.
Alright, okay. You run through the door. It's a small little office space, about 10 feet by 15 feet. It's got a small desk on it. There's a small oval-shaped plinth made out of solid gold that almost looks like a conical shape, which is currently closed. It's like an strange half semicircle closed over this golden strange square ball interlaced with celestial script on it.
Interesting.
Do you speak
Amongst
celestial?
no, I don't. Amidst the chaos, I want to say as I ran through there after the rat, I kind of like pushed the door back whilst running through.
Sure, yeah.
Because
Make
this
a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, sure. Because this presents a really good opportunity.
Yeah.
Why
So
can't I?
at the minute, Orly is only the one in this restaurant chasing his little rat. All you guys just watch Orly get the rat ran into literally like a candy store. 19. Yeah, the door shuts behind, and it accidentally locks, and the owner's like, "Be careful in there."
I
Okay.
don't respond. Is there a key on this side of the door?
There's a small keychain. The door's left ajar. There's a small keychain left on the desk, and you see there's a key port. In the middle of this half semicircle oval egg golden sphere.
I'm gonna grab the key. I assume by this stage the rat is at whatever.
The rat is resting next to it.
Cool. I'm gonna
He's
put
pointing
my
at
hand
it.
out for.
He's pointing at it with his little nose.
I'm gonna whisper. Good job. Let's go. I'm gonna pick up the key and holding the rat out so that when I'm walking out, it's shown that I've caught the rat. And as I'm walking out, I'll have my kind of head down, kind of in apologetic kind of.
You're leaving with the key and opening up the spherical egg thing in that little chest joined onto the wall. Are you?
Oh, sorry. When sorry, just to clarify, what key that I was looking for was for the door into this office.
Oh, okay. I see.
So if there was a key on the inside of the room, the door on the inside of the room,
Mhm.
I'll try grab that. If there's a key to anything else,
It's a
the
key
object.
It's got a key which we assume to be the door, and a smaller, golden lace silvery key, which seems to look similar to the strange adorned golden furniture egg thing.
Right, I got you. Yeah, well, I'll pick that up. I'm primarily just looking for the key for the door, but if it's got others, that's okay. Yeah, and I'll kind of with a fast enough pace, apologizing as I scurry out, showing the rat in my hands.
Yeah.
I apologize. Won't happen again.
You stay out of here. I don't want any more rats. I have plenty here, for God's sakes. Do you know how hard it is to get rat shit out of a toffee press?
I understand. I'm sorry. And I'll run out.
Leaves the small little can of corn and joins the party.
Okay. Interesting. My rat tells me there is a system of tunnels underneath the city which we can presumably navigate to find wherever this Hydra organization is located.
Would that series of tunnels be a sewer system by chance?
I would assume.
We can make a history check if you want.
Okay. Sorry, just him or?
Either both of you.
Yeah, let's both do it. Why not?
The last one went so well.
16? Wow.
Holy shit!
19.
Alright, why is this the one that rolls really well?
This might be important.
Okay. This is important. The both of you realize what, as you deliberate, oh, that's what that is. The small little egg-shaped
I would have mentioned this as well, sorry,
Yeah. It's actually the beginnings of an elaborate taxation system known as the Mains of Vina, where each business has a payment system where they deposit their earnings for the day and they put it in this kind of like tube, and it fires it away through this series of tunnels under the city directly into the Bank of Mina at the coin hold in on the bay. So gold is
They have a
not.
pneumatic system.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And
Holy shit.
wait, did you just take that from
This is
them?
awesome.
I
They
just.
can't pay their taxes
Oh
anymore.
fuck.
You took
they're
their
gonna be
the
closed for
11
tax
form or
fraud.
whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't take anything.
With the 16, it is a highly elaborate system of payment where businesses at the end of the day can simply just put their earnings in within a receipt and pay directly into the Bank of Mina. No need for walking the streets with laden
With
coins. Is
handfuls of money.
bigger businesses, such as armorers or masonry guilds, have bigger systems, whole almost like underground carriages which travel directly into the bank system, which means larger tunnels with a 19 lyric. These tunnels are protected by infused shells designed by the Church of Kinos as blank slates, in which priests imbue parts of heavenly power to animate the suits of armor and constructs to patrol with celestial grace and wisdom the tunnels so that the gold cannot be stolen, cannot be intercepted. So with the 19, it is a very, very risky system to try and take from, to be in the tunnels, or the veins of Mina, as they are known.
Yeah, I imagine stealing money is a great way to get attention. Okay, interesting. I don't know if that's a route that we want to take at the moment. Those tunnels are normally very closely guarded.
Rat, did you see any guard on your travels?
Nods.
I saw man, metal with 4 arms, and I saw snake symbol on body.
A dead
Man
body.
with 4 arms was taking body somewhere. It had the symbol, this serpent symbol on its neck, and the man with the thing with 4 arms was taking it down some tunnels. That's where I saw it, but it tried to hurt me, so I ran back to you, Dad.
Oh god. Call me dad, bro. I'll translate to the group.
As long as he doesn't put a Y on the end of that word, we're fine.
Yes.
It's okay. They only live 2 to 3 years, so you just wait it out if you don't want to. You don't want to directly take care. You just play along.
I said I
Yeah.
didn't want to bond with this rat, and the DM's enforcing it now. Okay, I guess I'll return this key. This is me saying
Yeah.
saying to the group. What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes, that would probably be best. I don't imagine it will be easy to return that.
It's
Still,
fine. I'll
probably
say the
something you
rat.
should
I'll
do.
say the rat stole it.
The rats. Oh, you are welcome to try.
Don't DM language me. I already have a DM saying that shit through this.
Okay, Cypher, how
Yeah.
big is this orb in relation to the rat?
It's like the size of an American football.
The rat
It's
stole
an
it.
orb, though.
It's
It can be
it's
The
very
rat
rolled.
understands
It
physics.
meets each other.
The rat stole this thing. Yes, the thing is bigger than the rat. No, I think it's best it should be returned.
No, what he's saying is that he took the key to the golden football orifice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he actually had the orb.
No,
Oh,
it's
God,
like
no.
if you imagine it like whatever this football shaped thing is.
Okay, sorry, that makes sense. Wait, I generally thought he had the orb.
No,
Okay,
it's like
yeah,
a port.
yeah.
It's like a hole that you
Okay,
deposit
carry
your
on.
thing into. If you want to make a sleight of hand check to go and misplace or replace the keys in the store, you can if you want, Orly.
Okay. Before I do that, it's safe to say that these tunnels probably isn't a route for us to take. However, I think we've learned something important, that this cult or whatever they are within Breakwater are free to move within these tunnels,
I mean,
which is even more dangerous now.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, the whole
if you've told us everything from the rat,
Yeah, I have it.
then it sounds like the symbol was on a dead body, which means they're not exactly free to move through those systems, but they clearly have access to those systems.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I misinterpreted. Yeah,
So
no, you're right. Yeah.
It could be a case of they were trying to move through it and got caught.
Yeah, the symbol
But-
was on the dead body, not on the forearmed. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm assuming. I think that's that was my understanding.
I think you're
of
right.
it.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
It is. He's correct.
Okay, yeah, because if the symbol was on the machine robot construct thing, that would be
Terrifying.
that would be a very scary revelation.
Okay. Well, okay, it's not as bad as what I was thinking then, but at least we know there's attempts being made.
They certainly have access to it, so they are trying to move through it or to steal from it. That is
Or smuggle. I mean, I think their main point of business is smuggling, right?
yeah, at least from reputation, then they seem to have grown significantly if they're outright sort of leading and helping to own part of a city.
Yeah.
Such a significant part of the city as well. Like, they weren't known for this before. They were known as just a smuggling ring that wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I
So,
think
well,
there's something completely different within Breakwater. They're far more cocky. They're far more out in the open.
Something has changed, but we don't know what yet.
Okay, I'm gonna return this key. I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna hand it over and say, this doesn't belong to me. The rat had it. I assume it's from here. I apologize.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Do you want persuasion or deception?
Either or.
Either or. Which one am I better in? Well, I am lying, but I am better in deception, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do deception.
Okay.
Come on.
Must be appearing in a second.
Okay, there we go. Oh! I'm gonna reroll.
No. The store owner eyes you suspiciously. It's the rat. And takes the key back. Goes and looks at the door. And, like, make sure it's closed. Good day.
I'll say.
God's help you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That is the most get the fuck out of my store ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll stand here if you want to go check in case anything else was taken. But okay.
No, you can leave.
I apologize once again. I'm the rat is in training.
There's someone eating like a little piece of goes, "It's a rat."
Okay, I'll leave.
Time to go.
With that, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna go make food.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you guys are currently outside the South Civil House within the kind of Holy Temple District. You have had a rat introduce you guys to the Danes of Mina, a quick deposit of tax system within the city of Breakwater for all businesses. And you got your rat back. You gave the keys back to the establishment owner. Your friend
believed you.
Hedrick has some. Friend Hedrick has some information, or had some information shared with you about his incursion into Liberty Corner. What do you guys do?
Well, I believe Thoric, you wish to go to the Platinum Archive.
if people are okay with that if you want to do other stuff first, though. Like,
No, do not know exactly how best to proceed, so it is not far from here. I can take you to the archive if you wish.
yeah, anyone's welcome to come with me if they want.
I would like to accompany you. That sounds interesting.
Hendrik, Orly.
I think I'm gonna people watch outside. I'll be close by though.
Oh, very well.
Fair. Hendrik.
Ryan. Oh well,
Yep,
we'll say you
I'm
come
here.
here.
Oh, sorry, people were talking. Was Ryan there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking Hendrik if he wants to come to the Platinum Archive.
He's a bit hidden. I can't
Are
really.
we
see him.
all going to go see the marshal together?
I mean, we aren't going to see the marshal just yet.
I
Well, I think that'd be important, but
You are free to do that if you wish. But Torek wishes to go see the Platinum Archive.
I don't. For the sake of the DM, I don't want to. Every single
I
person
suggest
completely.
you stay
um,
together.
Hmm.
Together.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to the platinum mark.
Okay. As you leave the South Hall, it's a couple streets away. As you get closer, it's a strange design of building compared to its contemporaries with these large cathedrals and apartment complexes. It is a 7-story triangular pyramid, which is made out of the slate grey stone. It on each alternating floor past the second floor has these stained glass windows around the whole length of the floor of metallic dragons flying around it, golds and silvers, and it is this bastion of knowledge. It is second only to the Erith Library. As you approach, you see people of scrolls and scholarly and research, and there's various little seats outside that people are making notes on. But there's 3 entrances on either side of the triangle. As you go up to one of the doors, you see what can best be described as almost like a slight standoff between, you see familiar brotherly ranks of the Platinum Aegis, bulwarks standing guard outside the front of it, Torkel, and flanking them, just staring at each other with similarly armed, are the brass shields. They're kind of just locking eyes and saying something, not conversing. And what do you do? Do you just walk up to the entrance?
well, there's brass shields, and
Staring
then
down the people
plat-
on the stairwell, the platinum Aegis, yeah.
Is there anything obvious going? Like, is there like?
There's a tension in the air between the two of them. There's not like weapons or anything being drawn, but there's just like, I'm being told the guard and stare at you, and I'm being told the guard and stare at you, kind of thing.
It's 2 border guards throwing insults at each other. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both just sat there going, "These are our streets to guard."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Thoric is going to walk right past the brass shield
Mm-hmm.
to go up the
Excellent.
steps with the party in tow.
You walk past the brass shield, the guards, the Platinum Aegis kind of have like, they stand kind of in the doorway, and then as you approach, they separate and let you guys in. It is a open door into a towering library of a spiraling twist of bookshelves, 30 feet, 40 feet, 60, 100 feet in the air, with these massive, strange, elaborate contraptions of ladders, of almost like medieval cherry pickers, which seem to like be propped and moved around. And the organization, the bookkeeping for something like this is astronomical. There are tens of thousands of books on the first floor alone. And what would you like to do?
Assuming that the system is similar, I would approach, I suppose, is there like a librarian or receptionist
There's a
near the
just
front?
like center console in a couple acolytes of Bahamut attending.
Yes, I would like to approach them, please,
Mhm.
and report in. Bulwark Thoric Phrygian, here to deposit journal of activity.
The human man is wearing the lovely blue resplendent robes of Bahamut, clean pressed, clean shaven. His hair is covered in a shawl, modest, and he starts to make a note and goes to, "Good to meet you, Bulwark, Oleg Therigan," and gestures to take your account.
Yep, I hand over the journal that has everything written in it so far.
Takes it. He doesn't even look at it, he just takes it and then sets it one side in a pile of a couple other journals. "Will you be requiring a new blank?"
If you'd be so kind.
"I will. The fee is the standard 5 gold our church operates is, I apologize to say, has been increased to 8 through environmental circumstance. I hope you understand."
If it is what Bahamut needs, is what Bahamut gets.
"Thank you for your patronage." And he gives you this nice, clean pressed, well made book. And
Empty
passes
of
it
any
towards you.
secrets.
Yes, it's empty of
For
any
now.
secrets.
For now.
Now, I know that I think Lyranok may have wanted to visit the library, particularly the culinary section. If there's anything there you wanted to have a look at.
I would certainly like to do so if we have time.
Thoric looks around others like, we're here. If there's anything you want to research, now's the time.
I assume that they have writings on the stone wall. I'll go and read about these.
Yeah.
Hendrik, perhaps there will be some histories around here that might help in our task.
Henrik
Nothing
is
comes to
quiet.
Thinking very hard.
Yeah, no, nothing comes to mind.
Okay,
Okay.
well,
Is
I have nothing more to read. Although, actually, would the would I be able to buy a pearl here for Identify? Would that be something that they might sell to?
Yeah, you asked the clergyman. Of
Yeah.
course. Let me go and fetch the quartersman. And he steps away. You see this little wheeled trolley get wheeled out of the back room with a bunch of inkwells and pens and papers and parchment, little boxes underneath it. And he like crouches down on one knee and starts like go through all the boxes, and you see like various little spell components popping it. And takes a little wrap thing of soft tissue paper and checks it, looks in, and rolls it up and puts it in a little bag, passes it to you. 100, and then looks over to his superior. "It's 150 now, and I'm sorry, it's just the market."
Hmm. I can give you 100 in coins, and like he has the gold chunks worth 50 each.
Yeah,
I don't know if they were willing to
that
be willing to
that.
barter.
Oh yes, we will definitely take those to cover the 100th.
Oh yeah, I'll give you these 3 gold chunks then, if that's okay. That's 150.
You are ever so kind, Bulwark. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now I'm just going to add a pearl. Pearl worth 100 GP. Cool.
Yeah,
Now I can do Identify.
inflation's a bitch on spell components.
Yeah, now I'm able to do Identify, which is awesome.
Very. Okay. If anybody wants to research something, we'll say for the next hour you do so. If you can make an investigation check, please, with advantage. Actually, so is anyone helping each other look or anything like that?
Sorry, I had one last thing. It slipped my mind for a minute. Tyranny, the magical shield. I need to, I suppose, get it recorded,
Authenticated?
possibly authenticated, blessed, allowed for me to use. If they
You
allow
wanna
me to
leave it
use
here?
it, it'll take. If it's going to take some time, I'll leave it here. For them.
It'll take a day or so, I would imagine.
Okay, I'll leave
No
Tyranny.
charge. No charge for the work. But
Cool. I'll leave it there for them to do their thing with it. Everything by the book.
Tyrannies and Platinum Mages. Okay, very well. All right. What's the plan now? So we've got a Stormwall research going on by Torkel, and then is anyone else wanting to read anything else?
Yeah, Leonard will be he will be looking up culinary techniques and spices and things that go well together. Basically, cookbooks.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll say if does anybody want to assist Torkel, like pouring over notes and stuff like that, and you can get advantage.
I'll help if anyone needs help.
Okay.
I'll help Leonard.
All right. Okay.
Because it involves food, and you want more food.
Yes.
Leonard, roll an investigation check with advantage, and Torkel, roll an investigation check with advantage. 19. 10. Okay. We'll start with Leonard first. So the books that you find are more like these are what spices can be found within the season in this part of the world, and the best time to buy this spice is here, and then going on for spices of actual raw plant life that grows within the valleys and the arid landscape of the southern area. And it kind of just is this general tell-all book of stuff to expect rather than actually giving any concrete information. That happens next hour, and you're a bit like, oh, this book was made to sold to market. Like, this isn't teaching anything I don't already know. You see it's written by James Oliveira. And we go to Torkel. So Torkel, you rolled a 19. There is the architecture section on the second floor of this vast library. The books are expertly well maintained, and as a local, as a citizen, you don't have to have like an escort checking books. You're just kind of allowed to. And being a priest of Kinos, people give you bows of respect as you're doing your research and all you're helping them look over stuff. And we learn about the finding of the Wailing Wall. Was that some time ago, a long time ago, well over 1,000 years ago, the Wailing Seawall was built in the Breakwater Bay to protect the citizenry of Breakwater. It was built by an early conclave of the Church of Kinos, which is instrumental in a lot of the further advances going forward past it. But it was their first great achievement, first great project. It took 100 years to build. It cost many, many lives. But one of the integral parts to the construction of the Stormwall was a trade alliance and partnership with a storm giant kingdom which resided under the coastal waters to the east of Breakwater. A King Jarl Raytheus was instrumental in lifting the vast stone and materials. And by all accounts, these storm giants are bigger than anyone you've ever heard about or read about. Their king was 200 feet tall. Their lesser, shorter adults were 180, 160 feet tall. Without dozens and dozens and dozens of these giants helping the last 20 years of the build, it would have taken centuries more for it to have been constructed. Even though the giants were most of the physical labor, the designs and implementation, and also safety measures to keep things rolling away, was the Church of Kinos organizing it. There were very, very many hiccups with it. Everstorms constantly set back progress, but as the wall progressed year after year after year, just slow incrementally, the storm started to ease off the damage that had been done. And finally, once the wall was built, it was enchanted with magic to repel the worst of the storms, forming a magical force barrier even greater than the height of the wall itself to keep out the winds and the cold and lightning storms. that roll from the seaplane. Do you have any further questions?
Not directly related to the wall, but is there any cited or accompanying literature that talks about the storm giants who were in the east, and if they still exist today, or if they've like gone, away?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The storm giant, it was well over 1,000 years ago this alliance happened. There is a statue of Jarl Raytheus on one of the gateways, built in his honor to thank him for his work. You can still see from the city, and you can see its humanoid shape, and you weren't sure what it was, but now you click, oh, that's what that massive 200-foot stone statue is. It's a statue of this storm giant king. Within various documents, there's mentions that their kingdom, their uh, hold has got slower over the past couple of centuries, but they still exist.
Yeah.
But they are almost unique in size and stature, though. There's no known stone giant or storm giants known to be the same height as these ones.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. An hour passes. You guys do your research. What would you like to do now?
I've done my personal task in this place, so I'm happy to go wherever the party wants.
Yep. Happy to be led wherever we need to go.
Yep, agreed. Happy to leave. The cooking thing was just a nice while we're here, but so I think we can either go and try and speak to. Well, we can either go with Ryan's suggestion and speak to this individual, or we can, if there's anything else,
Yeah,
try that as well. Like we can.
Nothing else comes to mind.
No, we can go with that then.
You want to head back to Liberty Corner and seek out this strange temple of the Marshal?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right. Okay. You leave, as I said, this holy area and pass by the beautiful gardens and wood of the Art Garden. There's a small castle next to the Art Garden. It looks lived in, occupied. You gather from the sign that's close to it, it would be the hall of the Arch Zealot. But you know yourselves, there's no one to take that post at the moment.
There is no Archzealot anymore.
No. Looks like an old style castle. Definitely built in the time even before Breakwater joined the Concord. It's fashion. It's to your standards. It's way behind architectural revelations that the Church of Kinos has spread among the architectures of the clans.
Is there a noticeable difference in architecture between the districts in terms of? So we were in the where
Temple
we have all the
district.
black tags, the Temple District. When you
Yeah.
Is there like a significant difference in architecture as soon as we get towards this area, or is it more?
Yeah, this looks like a lot more condensed living. Like this is like an older part of the city. The houses look cramped. It's still beautiful, still well maintained, but they're more like townhouses and like very squished upon layered balconies and apartments, tighter confined lanes. That's why the wood is such a welcome thing to walk through, because you go from these tight lanes leaving Temple District that's quite open and street size, deep into a lovely wooded emerald hurst, as it's known. You see people with their pets watching. You see people painting vistas of little ponds nearby, someone collecting mushrooms in a little satchel. As you head to Liberty Corner, you see the familiar garrison sight, Hendrik, for first time the rest of you. Brass Shield's basically like, not shoulder to shoulder, but like if you imagine a section of city cordoned off because of rioting, even though there's no current rioting, not places being burnt, but just that presence of brass shields there is something.
Are they ready for if something does happen?
They're armed.
Effectively.
They're definitely armed, but like, and the few people that are closest, like kind of the verge of where Liberty matters, what you imagine Liberty Corner begins, are definitely have their shields affixed to their arms.
Interesting. They're ready for a threat.
Hmm.
It means that it's not this isn't a mundane thing. It's not like they're used to it. It's just
No.
interesting. Okay.
Could someone make me a survival check, please, to navigate to?
Ollie, your time has come.
Okay. It's so slow, this new sheet is.
It is not quick, is it?
Really, I'm finding it fine.
10.
So slow for me.
Yeah, I've been having some issues with it's like it's not awful, but it's you click on something, wait a second, click on something, wait a second.
Yeah, it's a bit slow. Notice that for the NPC sheets. Orly, this is a section city that you haven't travelled by, but taking Hendrick's instructions, you see that kind of aftermath of like, when your city is like a football match and it's just massive like empty glass bottles and rolled cigarettes and just a mess. There's just that remnant on the floor, and that's alarming because the rest of Breakwater is so clean and so orderly, and this is dirty. You see people half in drunken stupors, leaned up against stalls. And then you start to see the first signs of these destroyed statues of Vainstone. These statues are probably like 20, 30 feet tall, quite imposing. You see a sign of Fesnir destroyed on the south side, and then another one of Arias destroyed, toppled. And as you continue, you get the sense with your passive perceptions of over 10 or so. Well, it's no real hiding it. A lot of people are keeping their eyes on you. You've walked into a part of town that people are like, what is there? What are they doing here?
I don't think
You've
wise for us
been
all to come
noticed.
here. Perhaps it would have been best if some of us remained behind.
A guy pops out of a.
I mean, I can just keep going.
A guy
Yeah.
pops out of an alleyway. It's nice fun looking on. He says in a really, really bad southern Eritrean accent. Did you say you're right, man? Oh, that's fancy. This scrappy looking human guy covered in navel tattoos.
It is quite nice armor, I agree.
I will just shift my position to be between the party and this guy. Like tower shield in one arm.
Do you know in Game of Thrones where the mountain turns into like zombie kind of thing, and it just pushes the guy's head, like one of the guards' heads, into the wall? That's what I'm like expecting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, I love that, dude.
I don't think all of us should have come here, guys.
You see another guy walk out, just tightening his trouser drawstring, and he's holding a mace, like kind of swinging in his hand and whistling, and he's got like this strange, like almost like a slice of ham tattooed on his cheek. It looks really weird, and you're like, "What the hell is going on?" And then another guy appears, and it's burly. It's what soon as 2 or 3 individuals turns into 10, and then 20.
Before this gets any worse, DM. Before this gets any worse, stop adding numbers.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. I would like to cast a spell. I would like to subtly cast a spell.
Okay, what would you say?
I would like to. Who is the biggest badass here?
There's probably a guy holding or has a massive great axe, an orc, a true orc holding a great axe.
Pretty sure
over
it's
shoulder.
Thor.
Yes, Orc is the biggest guy here as well.
He's the biggest badass here.
Yeah. He doesn't do on a half giant.
Would like to. Oh fuck! How could I? Hold on. Give me 5 seconds to think how I play this. If I cast Hold Person on someone, do they just stay standing up, or do they fall over?
They would like
from
be kind of like they're
it's a paralysis, not prone.
They don't gain. They don't.
They just stop. They just freeze. They can't move anymore.
They're paralyzed.
I'm going to subtly cast the spell, which means there's no verbal or somatic components to it. I'm going to cast Hold Person. No one in the fucking area knows I'm casting Hold Person. But I'm going to point my finger at the biggest motherfucker and say, Power word death on him. I need
Okay.
you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It shouldn't be DC 11. It should be like DC 15 or something, right? DC 14.
Oh, yeah, no, it should be 16. It's 16. 16. I don't know
Okay.
why it didn't fix that. It says
I
here
rolled
at the very top.
3. He's stunned. And he freezes. Make an intimidation check for me, please, with advantage because he is stunned.
Let's see, intimidation. Okay, intimidation. Do I have inspiration? I do
You have advantage because he failed the saving throw and he's like stunned. This massive orc just.
Oh, I have
like,
advantage? Okay,
spittle.
okay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Intimidation.
Ooh,
18.
19.
18 was the difficulty class. You succeed. The guy feels the saving throw. Whenever like power word death, everyone stops. Oh fuck! It's a rage! And then like a bunch of them just like run. Like 10 of them run, and then a couple of them hang around.
Good
As if he
job.
feels. Oh yeah, he's just still there. He's like, and like his eyes sort of like go bloodshot from like not taking in any oxygen. He can barely breathe with this stun on him. What do
Can
you
I-
do? What do you do?
I think he can breathe a bit. His,
Do
yeah,
I
go
have
ahead.
information to do something with him, Hendrik?
Sure, yeah.
Thor's is going to he's going to step forward and just finger on the forehead, push him over.
Yeah, you walk for 30 feet, push him, and he falls over. Yeah.
That's all I needed to do.
Poor guy. Like, not breaking out of it.
no, poor guy. This dude was here to fucking mug and intimidate us.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. The apparent group of raiders and scavengers of this morning deluge disappear, and you're left about your travels.
One thing I will say about this campaign,
Oh,
we're super, super good at avoiding fights. Like, actually,
He's-
really good.
yeah, afterwards, I realized, oh, that would have been fun to have a fight against a bunch of
Is that because you have fireball
my bad
prepared?
guys.
Mhm. He does
20
succeed.
guys? Oh, how many can I fit in this radius?
He does succeed, but chooses to just stay down. He's like, you hear
Smart
whisper.
decision.
Is there a
I'm all-
puddle forming around him?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
No, let's just go.
You
Let's
can make a
just go,
perception check
guys.
if you
We don't
want.
need to hang around here.
Ah, it's fine. I think we're
No,
walking away.
What was he saying?
Alright. And he just says, he's whispering under his breath, but like he doesn't realize he's saying his words out loud. He's like, just play dead. Just play dead. They, am I dead? Am I dead?
They did and they walk away.
Yeah, yeah. After a few more streets. you
I'm sorry,
approach-
Lyrnock. Did you wanna fight them? We can go after them if you want.
No, I'm quite alright.
No, you don't. You don't like killing people. Never mind. Okay.
Yes, I'm glad we remember this.
Okay.
I'm quite happy it didn't come to
I'm
blows.
your bad influence.
All right.
I think I'm a good influence. God,
You
it's weird saying that.
go to a section which imagines like the warehouse storage, like an old dilapidated corner, even of this nature of area. And it's like there's a row of like 3 or 4 warehouses, and the third one in, it's just a strikingly perfectly built temple with various pieces of salvage around it. Almost like someone airdropped an entire temple on top of a warehouse, just flattened the whole thing. And it's like not got any signs of
Yeah.
wear or tear. It's just there. It's brilliant and white. You can see windows inside of it, but you can't see. There's windows, but you can't see inside of it. You can't see shapes or any light or anything. It gives this kind of strange reflection to it. What do you do?
I will walk up to the front door,
Mhm.
front gate, whatever it is, and I imagine there is a knocker because it's such
There is a
opulent
knocker.
palace, right?
It is a knocker, and
Yeah.
it is a the scales of tear is the knocker.
It's a bit gaudy, and then I'll just knock the scales of tear against the door
Boom, boom, boom.
and wait, I suppose.
You wait 10, 20 seconds, and just as you're about to be like, the door opens up pretty quick. You see a fully armored plate mail, silver plate individual with their helmet visor shut. They look vaguely, they are humanoid. They're about maybe 5.5 feet tall, 5'6". Looks at you. Yes.
Can I and my companion come in, and I will just show my symbol of tier.
He wait one moment. Door closes. You can't even hear him walk away, even though he's in full plate. You just don't hear anything to the inside, and you wait 30 or so seconds, and then finally both doors open up. But he's not there. He didn't pull them open. The doors just open up of their own accord, and you see a square chamber about 80 feet back. It is covered in banners of lovely blues and greys of the symbols of Tyr. There is strong smell of incense hanging around. Brilliant crystal chandeliers hanging from the ceiling of 100 candles each. And there's 3 chandeliers all the way to the back before there's this massive long table about 40 feet long and various chairs at it. And you do see a couple of figures there. You see 2 full plate warriors in silver armor with this strange iconography which you don't recognize on it. It looks flowery, almost like flower and various pieces of plant life have been like engraved on the silver of it. And you can see them standing guard at the table with like their weapons, and they have swords. They don't have warhammers or any. They have swords on their hilts, and they're both standing there at attention, perfectly still. You hear a voice echo through the hall, clearly broadcasting magical means. Advance!
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
do?
I advance.
Walk in, the doors, as you're in, shut. You get 20, 30 feet into the chamber, and as you walk, like, there's an immensity of just divine presence within the chamber. Whether that's the ground you're in, or whatever else, or just the emotion of the moment, you're not really sure. And at the table, with their back to you, is a figure which actually is about the height of Thoric with their back to you. They have this on their clip of their shoulders is this a massive, brilliant long cloak which hangs and actually drapes over the first step at the back of it. You can see a dark covered silver plate mail on their shoulder blades and pauldrons, and their hands seem to be like looking over this desk. And this desk, where you can see, is like covered in papers. It's a bit higher than you, but covered in unfurled scrolls and notes and maps and like a globe on it. As you get like within 20 feet, the kind of 2 guards like look at you like that's close enough. You get about 15 feet from this figure. And the figure just says in a very stern but sensible tone, purpose of your visit?
To gather information on a new city which I have not been to for a very long time. And also to kill bad people.
The figure is reading something intently, and then they turn around, and you see a strange person unlike which you've ever seen before. They are 8 feet tall, and almost like you've never met him. He's about 8 feet tall, and maybe almost another 7 feet wide, and just burly, massive armor. You see that starting from his bottom greaves all the way up is just delicate, intricate celestial runes of power and protection, all the way up his armor into the gullet. And when you start to reach the head is where it gets strange. You see a massive long tusk from either side of his jowls jutting out, and a single long trunk in between the jowls in full plate as well. And 2 almost alien looking eyes looking at you, staring you down intently. You haven't met a god before, or even a greater angel has addressed you. But this must be what it's like to have a god stare into your soul. Looks at you. You're a strange tool of Tyr, are you not?
We all are. How do I not know? Sorry, what name do you go by? I only know you as Marshall.
My given name is Jerome,
Oh fuck!
Marshal of Jurisprudence, Legionary of Tyr.
Okay, out of character. Who's Jerome? Why is that a big deal?
Because he was a character I
One of the
played.
player characters.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Big Erith
Wow.
guy.
I think Jerome's gone more aggressive. Oh. Oh my.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
He's also travelled like half a continent.
Yeah. Elephants do that.
You see the vast table ahead of him with scrolls.
Cook.
No,
Fuck
wrong
Cook.
character. Wrong character. Wrong character.
No.
It's with-
Isn't he the elephant?
He was the elephant
This is
cook, wasn't he?
this is the one where
The
yeah,
Loxodon
he
who
took
arrived.
cooking as a feat.
No, that was
Yeah.
that was the turtle.
That was
that
a
was
turtle.
that was a
That
turtle.
was a turtle, yeah.
You played Loxodons twice?
No.
It was a turtle.
There's a Loxodon.
No, that
and
was
there's
a turtle. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, turtle. Okay, turtle. Whatever.
Jerome's the character who rolled the successful divine intervention to stop the
God Queen.
portal, I
God
think.
Queen.
the God Queen. Yeah.
God Queen
God
Yeah.
Queen from
Yeah.
possessing the
from using her phylactery to reform.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was like insanely
Yes.
cool.
Okay.
the one successful divine intervention that was made.
Yep.
Right.
It only needs to be
There's the
one.
Right. I don't know.
I'm gonna roll something right you guys see something. He's gonna insight check all of you for a 31.
Fucking sorry, what?
That's my boy.
What do you want to know? I'll get my backstory for you if he wants.
In a glance over your troop, he gets a sense of your, I guess you could say, I don't want to say childness, but like just curious and a newness to this and new city. I just read you guys all intently. His eyes just stare out. You see a massive, strange-looking weapon hung on his belt. He has this arm, his gauntlet, his left hand is just covered in these bright, beautiful, magically enchanted rings.
Isn't he really old at this point?
Oh, he's probably ancient at
He
this
has his
point.
helmet on.
He's an elf.
You can't really see.
He's
Can't
an
really see him
elf.
too well. And he has this massive necklace hanging on his chest, which is very similar to the one that you have, Thoric. Instead of one petal, it is 3. And you recognize, when you see this, the other 2 paladins around him also have the same necklace in their neck gauntlet of their armor with 3 petals on it as well.
Interesting.
I don't have time for menial matters of explaining the city to a follower of Tyr. State your business or leave the temple and my sanctum.
Hendrik,
We're here to hunt down the cult of the Hydra. What?
You want me to show that we
Thorpe,
have?
what?
Do you want me to show that we have one of the?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just
Yes, we're here to hunt down the cult of the Hydra. Specifically, we just got here. We've heard you've been kicking their ass, but we'd like to also participate that in a different way. Something that we could work together, or if not together, at least in parallel.
As the overseer justiciar of Breakwater commanded you to do so. I said I didn't want any other men. I have my own.
No, we're not within. I don't really work within organizations like that. Actually, I don't think they know we're here. Hopefully,
we have not reported to them. We are here for our own reasons.
Yeah, honestly, this whole city stinks. So
There's a cancer growing in Liberty Corner, and I intend to be its surgeon. You say you want to help?
yeah, I don't know about cancer growing. It's kind of metastasized and is.
It's what now?
Oh shit,
I
that's
mean, I
a
went
big
down there
word. I have
last
to note that
night,
down.
and it was a complete shit show. Oh,
Is that because it's more than 2 syllables? But that is an extreme response. But things have.
I mean, they're
suddenly just
destroying.
out. Yes, things have
Yeah,
more extreme here than I had realized. We knew that there was trouble brewing, but this is something more.
Catch a cunning predator, you must set bait. Let them think they're in control, for a time at least, and then come in with a final blow.
What is going on
Mm.
here? I understand that the section, the area is supposedly for the outsiders to do as they wish, but surely this is not something that the city should be allowing.
They've taken liberties.
why are the
Is it-
guards not intervening with this?
The brass shields have been directed to
Are
focus
they
their
corrupt?
resources elsewhere. No, they're not corrupt. They're following my orders.
Oh, okay.
I don't want anyone getting caught in the middle of this. Brass shields are successful police force in most places. Within Breakwater, at this moment in time, I need to know there's no risk of casualty escalation for anyone who doesn't need to be here.
Well, that we can agree on.
Hmm.
It's good to minimize any
Just
casualties that we can.
You hear, as he's talking all
Um,
serious, you hear someone coming out of the back room. Uncle Jay, we are out of food. Can you conjure some? And you see an individual walk into the room. They have this lithe leather armor on them with like shirtless vests and bracers of like this dark purple metallic intricacy to them. They have a headband keeping back their long hair, stropped olive skin. A man who makes about 30 or so, 30 maybe elder 20s, and he's speaking in Southern Erith. And he walks in. He's like kind of eating some bread. I just cleared the pantry. Oh, we have guests. And Durham's imposing nature cracks for a second, and he starts to chuckle. Looks towards the man who just entered. Osmondo, don't interrupt me when I'm entertaining guests. And he laughs and says, I'm going to change his accent slightly because I did no accent. You're being awfully rude to these people. Offer them a seat at least. And he shirks his head and takes off his helmet, and you see a very, very old looking Loxodon elephant creature. Wrinkles. His left eye, from what you can see, actually is like almost looks like it's like cataract slightly. He's a very old individual. And he sets his helmet down. The paladins still stand there at guard, and you can see the table, and he gestures with it from his hand left to right, and all the papers and everything on the table just disappears. Just disappears into another realm. Table instead is replaced immediately by an entire banquet. Entire banquet just appears.
Gross faced.
Help yourselves. And the guy goes up and pulls up a chair. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, you really do make the best meals, Uncle Jerome. And he goes and takes a sit down at the table.
What you're
I don't know
saying is
what you're
coming through
doing.
muffled, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Do you guys all take a seat?
Oh yeah. One hundo.
Is this any better?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Yep, that's better.
Yeah,
I hadn't touched the mic between before and whatever. doesn't
You were
matter.
talking
It-
through your hand through a cup through water.
Wow. Okay. Again, something's weird with this headset. It just seems to change on a whim.
Yeah.
Leonard's going to approach this assuming it's the same food that's like conjured food and water, so he's expecting it to be quite bland.
It is not. It is succulent and tasty and smells amazing. It is brilliant. You can make an Arcana check if you want to see what this is.
You're not sure? He's familiar with creative food and water, so I'm going to use that as the basis.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh!
Yep, he's
One.
expecting it to be
No.
creative food and water. Natural one.
You sit down and you grab a plate, and
It takes him a minute for it to catch up that it's actually not bland.
it's not bland. It's
He's
amazing.
like, it's one of those. He just like eats it to be polite, and then there's also this realization of, oh, this is freaking good.
Yeah. He takes a seat down and fills a plate with like steamed vegetables and just vegetables and fruits, and he doesn't really seem to partake in the cooked meats, but the other guy seems to eat. And Droom is just like preparing his plate, and he's like moving with the grace of an aristocrat, whereas in this other live young olive-skinned man is like, so what's your story then? He leans back in his chair and looks towards the group of you. What? And Droom gives him a look. I'm only asking questions. What you brought me here to do?
Yeah, this is killing me. Let me, before we do anything else,
Uh-huh.
there cannot possibly be that many agents of tier. Maybe 100, 200, maybe 300. I don't know. This dude doesn't ring any bells. I've never heard of him.
No, you have. He's the right-hand
Can I
man of the
roll like
Hierophant.
history? or
You just didn't know his name, that's all. He's got a title,
Oh,
you just
sorry.
didn't know his name.
Okay.
The one's
Oh,
traveling
the
with
fuck
you.
it.
don't-
But remember, he is like,
Hands up.
in terms of I guess
Right,
authority,
I'm out of
he's
there.
leagues above us, so it kind of still makes sense that you've heard him by reputation and title alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, usually people with
Okay.
these titles don't go around with their first names. It's usually just their title.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what holds the authority. But yeah, like you're like, oh, this is the person who literally obeys the command of the conduit of my god. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this posh speaking accented, it's definitely an accent, not an accent you're familiar with in your lands, but speaking Southern Erith, asks you what you guys are doing here.
Wait, is it Southern Erith? I thought the language is immune.
Immune, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so I thought it was a different language then. I was like,
No,
Southern
no.
Erith? Oh my god.
No, Southern Immune. He's speaking it really well, like a practiced scholar, but there's still a twinge of an accent in there.
Okay.
Right, like I said, we're here to honestly, there's a lot of reasons we're here. We're trying to find a missing woman and her child, who it's a whole
We believe
complicated
they've
thing,
been brought to Breakwater.
but we right. We think that there might be we don't, God man, there's still holes in it, either voluntarily or involuntarily taken away by agents of a necromancer who's been causing trouble in Rackmere. We just left there. There was a necromancer who decided that whatever the hell they were doing up there was done. Also probably stole a holy vase with the remains of a knight from Fast Cairn Fort, I think. I'll check my notes. And now that they've come down here, they may or may not, highly likely, have connections to the Hydra cult. So we're trying to find the Hydra cult and the woman who may or may not be with them, and the necromancer who may or may not be in league with them, and figure out what they're doing down here at Breakwater, because something's happening.
Jerome is like staring intently at you and taking it all in, and then before he's just about to open his mouth, and the other guy goes, we promised we'd fight a necromancer. Is it happening? Is it happening? And Drew like lifts a hand, like, calm down.
Leonard's kind of shocked that he revealed all of that. That was a lot. He doesn't really tend to reveal all this information.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, member of tier. Listen, it's the only people I can be honest with.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but like, Leonard is still kind of almost taking a little bit aback with the, that was probably about as many words as he's ever heard Hendrik say.
Yeah, it's like I thought. Thorg was like, I thought I'd have to
fair
share
enough.
that.
The room takes it in, silence.
After Hendrik's done saying that, he looks over at Thork and just says, "Don't write any of that down."
Don't write any.
Drew says, "It's fine. There's a scribe up there." And points, and you see just a celestial spirit just appear. He's taking everything down, and then just disappear.
Oh, fuck.
You can be honest with, but you can't let them remember
Okay,
it
well,
officially.
They may take their accord, their information to Bahamut. We will take our records to our god. Just relax. May I get all of your names, so I may refer to you in proper conversation?
My name is Leronok Avalon. Here it is to provide aid to people who need it.
I am
My,
Thorek. You gone?
my name is Torkel Gudmundsson.
I'm Orly.
My name is Hendrik. No, you're not, Orly. Aren't you Bob still?
I'm Orly.
Odd.
I am Thorek Fregian, bulwark of the Aegis, of the Platinum Aegis.
A motley crew. Well, this information about a person being smuggled, it is worrying. The Hydra have spread their heads and necks across Liberty Corner with undue advance. But on seeking altercation to combat it, they have the foresight to know when to be revealed and when not to be, setting diversions so that even with my power, the true sculptors of this clay pot destruction aren't caught or apprehended. Do you know? Looks towards Thorek and Hendrik. Do you know about the theft at the Platinum archive a week past?
Here in Breakwater? No, I don't know anything about that.
No,
Like I said,
I
we
haven't
just
heard
got here
about it.
yesterday.
The first instance, the Hydra cult grew. Cult is more of a syndicate, a criminal one. They don't follow any god. Their god is money and coin. Their, I believe, aim was to steal some valuable old first edition books within a protected section of Stellar Library in the height of the tower of the pyramid. But instead, they found something else that none of us knew were there. A divine artifact of our god, Tyr. It is a extra dimensional shifting of the whims item, and it has been stolen by criminals of the Hydra when they only meant to take some 100 gold's worth first edition books in a small little raid, impersonating some scholars. And with that power, they now know how to crack the vein stone statues to limit arcane power and are able to know when I am going to leave my temple and intervene on my god's behalf. Their foresight is alarming. But now I have accomplices that they do not know of. They can't watch you. They can only keep their eye on one thing or another. That much I presume is certain. So while I sit here, to your point, you actually might be able to engage them. And if this Hydra syndicate is involved with finding your missing woman and child, I'm sure we could work together on finding that information out.
Okay. Okay. I'm open to that.
There's a underground station underneath the brothel house of the Gentle Repose, of the Repose House, whatever it's called, and is where they operate out of from. It's multi-layered. It would be a strenuous assault over the course of many hours to probably break all the way through to its last defenses. But that is arduous and risky, and me and Osmundo might survive that, but I don't think the 5 of you are capable of taking on 100 or more scallywags and cutthroats in one go.
I would greatly prefer it not come to blows at all, but you are probably right.
Not to mention the locals. Yeah. It might.
Well,
They seem to have a lot of support. If we start shit, then I say loosely, innocent people may get injured.
if they followed the laws of the lands, they would know not to be in Liberty Corner in the first place. So, anyway, to condense my point of interaction going forward, the Hydra have a base of operations underneath the brothel. They have something important to our god, an artifact. With that, they can see past time and planes of existence, and we need it back. Looks towards Thoric. To end up in the care of its rightful owners, instead of hidden away in some library to be studied, not even understood.
I agree. We should. It needs to be reclaimed immediately.
This rapid ascension of action by the Hydra, I believe it is directly related to the abilities they're able to understand through the eye of Tyr. Without it, perhaps this raid and little extrication of books may have just been one of many crimes I pulled off covertly and never known about. But now they have the means to reach above their station. And now that Breakwater is leadershipless, with the Golden Veil pulling their purse string close and the standing council of priests rejecting it, it is a strange place to be to find an order. And so I am the order that must stand on behalf of the Hierophant. And the man in the corner just goes, "You get so serious. Please eat the food. It will help." And
Do you know why the town remains leadership? Or the town remains leaderless? It should have been decided by now. This situation is an unusual one.
it
For
is.
two things to happen so close in time.
It
I'm
is
sure it's a
worrying.
coincidence.
Tyr sees all. It is up for mortal eyes to connect the dots of symbolism and meaning and intent. But as for the issues with Breakwater, the protege, the under zealot, as they are known, who is following the footsteps of Lars. The Golden Council, the Hierophant Council, isn't convinced that he is the most appropriate choice, whereas in the merchant class of Breakwater, approve of him being the dominant choice. The Golden Council feels that the protege has spent too many years rubbing shoulders with the League of the Golden Veil membership, the seniority, the extremely wealthy, and can't be as impartial as the previous one. And there's been a stalemate with the Golden Council wanting to just pause for the moment. And that would have been fine, except the Golden Veil used its members, its businesses across the town to stoke an inflation crisis. It's greatly upset a lot of business
What?
within the city.
An economic crisis.
Okay. That is not what I was expecting, but okay.
Interesting.
And then on top of that, there's a bunch of clergy of Talos wanting to destroy the Storm Wall. And then there's a movement within Breakwater wishing for an independent Breakwater. There's quite a lot of political turbulence within the city. But it's a city of 150,000, so it is to be expected. But I have arrived here within Liberty Corner, and my role from my Hierophant is to recover the Eye of Tyr at all costs. But I'm powerless. For the moment. I can bring heaven into the material plane. I can go to heaven and take an angel back with me to crusade on my behalf. But when they know I'm coming and see where I am, they'll just disappear, leaving me chasing ghosts and shadows.
All this time. Oh, but I don't understand why this has happened. This seems so unusual. They just happened to come across this incredibly important relic just at the same time that this political turmoil is coming to such a conclusion.
You are right to be suspicious. The head archivist looks towards Thoric. He's under direct supervision and an interrogation a few days ago to determine anyone within the Bahamut priesthood being responsible for hiding it for such a long time to then reveal it to ne'er-do-wells and malcontents within an opportune moment. I don't personally believe that would happen. I believe Tyr, in his great wisdom, put the object there to be taken to challenge our faith. It's the only thing that can explain it.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't answer what our target could gain from this. He's pulling the strings. Could it be that they wish to gain control of Breakwater? They have some influence over this golden. Sorry, what was
League
it?
of the Golden Veil.
Golden Veil. Thank you. Golden Veil. If the Golden Veil are pushing so hard for this underzealot to take charge, it's quite a move on their part. It could be that this necromancer has strings attached in there as well. We don't know. They could be puppet mastering any number of leagues, any number of
It
methods.
is possible. I have seen a diabolical cult into the lands or to the northeast of here that had an entire civilization enthralled to the whims. And you can see the other individual like just getting excited hearing the story. And anyway, the story for another day. Ancient history. No. Necromancers rely on secrecy. The foul nature of reanimated flesh and bone needs to be hidden. This culture, of any culture within the northern continent, abhors it more than anyone else and has the power to deal with it more than anyone else. So it has to be subterfuge and disguise, which the Hydra does specialize in. But the Hydra moves illicit drugs and steals weapons from Silver Templar shipments, cattle wrangling, and various other smuggling. But this is such a brazen step. I wonder if they themselves are being manipulated, or that the Hydra is just making the best out of an artifact they did not know was even possible, or to know, to own and control. But to the Golden Veil and to the Hydra for a moment, they do not like each other.
How long ago was the artifact stolen?
A week, he said.
In a week.
This trouble has been brewing for long.
It's about the time that the necromancer cleared. That's about the time the necromancer cleared out of Rockmere. Maybe there's some sort of connection there.
It's still a few days before that.
Yeah,
okay.
They cleared out what 4 days ago, maybe.
Yeah, so
Or
you're
5?
looking at, when I say a week, I mean a 10-day week or a 14-day week. So like, you're talking, the Bard Zealot of Breakwater died on like the 3rd day of Walwell. The artifact that was stolen from the Bahamut Library was taken on the 5th day of the 2nd week of Walwell. I'm just going to put that in the categories.
So he died on. So they took it on the 19th.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's a bit late, but it still doesn't preclude that they're not connected.
Yeah, correct.
It could have been he was clearing out because if they are connected, if the Six-Fingered Man is connected to the Hydra, which seems reasonable. Like it's not an impossible connection, then it could be helping clear out because he's now obtained this, or obtained access to it.
Guys, my brain hurts.
Okay, we have someone who can cast Cure Wounds.
We have plenty of people who can
Thank
cast
God.
Cure Wounds
Enhance ability intelligence.
on Ryan the player.
On Ryan the player.
Jerome says,
Guys, I
please.
fucking hate this. It's like 8 points on a chart and they're not connected. God damn it.
We don't know if they're connected.
I know, we don't know they are connected. We know they're connected. We don't know how they're connected.
Yes. Sorry, what was you saying, Sever?
Jerome just says, please eat and consider your thoughts.
I eat.
Yeah, you eat. And he speaks and says, we'll talk in an hour or so. Looks towards Osmundo. We must speak. And the two of them stand up and leave the table and leave the 5 of you with the 2 paladin guards still there. And they leave into a separate chamber, and the doors close behind them. What do you do?
I hold my head in my hands as I try to figure this shit out. That's it. We just burn the city down. We just burn it all down.
A few too many lives would be lost for my liking. Besides, these people have been borne away, but we do not need to take such drastic action. We need to confirm and to know if there's any connection between this Hydra and the Six-Fingered Man.
So, I mean, do we know that the Hydra? Yeah, the Hydra. Okay, so the Hydra has the artifact. We fucking know that.
The Hydra was stolen, or the artifact was stolen by the Hydra.
Yeah, we know that. So that's connection. They used the artifact to destroy the Veinstone statues. thereby loosening the ability of magic to have an effect, like losing the restriction
area, yeah.
on magic in the area, which would directly benefit a necromancer. We have to assume the artifact thief was intentional, like that's what they're going after. We have to assume that, or else nothing makes sense.
Perhaps, or I mean, that's potentially yes, but from what Jerome was saying, they seem to stumble upon it by accident more than intention. It's possible. This is the case.
I mean, yeah, but he doesn't
so-
know that. He's
yeah,
speculating.
we don't know. It's possible that they knew, or it could become this. Cypher,
Mhm.
how does the Veinstone interact with things like necromancy, where the spell itself could be done outside, and would it dispel the
Make an
zombies?
Arcana
for example?
check.
Oh boy, okay. God, I'm so slow. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use my inspiration. I'd like to reroll that.
Okay, yeah.
This one seems important. Fuck's sake! Really?
It's
I'll
okay.
say you do have one interaction with entities like this during the war,
Yeah. Sorry.
where you had like a mobile carriage carrying Vainstone to battle with against the Teolan Empire, and basically when Teolan constructs got within a certain range of the Vainstone, they just stopped working. They just ceased to exist. So you could infer it might be the same for undead creations
Okay.
or raised dead.
Right. Okay. So at least from his understanding, even if they did reduce all this Veinstone, and they had a massive, undead uprising, which I'm like worst case scenario here. As soon as they moved into the city, it would still dissipate them. So it's not like he's looking at the whole conquest, as far as Merlin's concerned. Also, so kind of say, holy shit, 3 rolls and 4 was my high number. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, your rolls this entire campaign have been shockingly shit.
They are either really good
I
or
don't know
really
why.
bad. There is no in between.
Hmm.
This is why
I
I
think
have
they
plus
tend to get
15
better
to
in
my,
combat.
this is why I have plus 15 to my persuasion.
tend to
So
roll
it doesn't
better in
matter if
combat.
I roll low.
Torkel, do you have anything to say or add? Just you've been quiet a little bit.
I think I'm as stumped as most people. not really got much to add to the analysis.
It'll make sense, I promise.
So, from what I can tell, from what Drew said, they are operating from below the brothel. I think that's what he said, was it?
Yeah.
Only the
They've
brothel.
got a base. Yeah. We may we may get all of our answers there. If we can find proof of some connection with our individual, then that will certainly help. We've already had rumors in here say that they're operating from within Liberty Corner, and it seems as though this is they would be the most powerful connection here. So it would make sense, and the goals seem to be aligning. Whether just how connected and how much the Hydra may know is a different story. He may be using them just as he used the gods in Rakmir.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned from my training, there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's just jump in, because that's all I can think that we can do.
We may want to avoid just jumping in. There are still lives that could be lost. But we need to do something.
Can we use like the women as like undercover or something like that? Is that too dangerous?
Sophia, you don't know where she is.
She's fucking gone.
Well, we're like, no, not Sophia.
Them.
Sorry, I mean
Oh, she'll appear when
the wife and mother, right?
Mother and daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'd have to find them first, and
Yeah.
still don't have any action.
But she has like a history with that
She had
finger dude who might be connected to the fight, the Hydra.
Yeah, we know she used to work basically
brothel?
at the illegal brothel.
Yeah.
You do know.
She used to work at a illegal brothel. We don't
You
know
do
if it's
know.
the same one.
Looking at the notes, the place she used to work was that exact brothel where Hendrik visited.
They'll come together.
So I
Oh,
don't
you're
know. I
fucking
don't recall us
kidding
having a name.
You do have a name.
Um,
I remember I didn't give it to you at the time. I had to quickly go back to the notes and give it to you.
Okay, that might be why then.
Hey,
Was it the
this
gentle,
is
gentle
reeking
repose?
really bad. I
Or
think she's
something repose?
guilty or something. Let's just go and arrest her. Fuck's sake! What the
I
fuck?
think she's
What the
guilty
fuck?
or something.
God, you sound like such an American cop.
Yeah.
I get
No,
you
I mean,
something
no,
arrested.
no, she came from Evil Place, and she's returning to Evil Place after, but
After 9 years of being in
what
Iraq.
the fuck?
We've
And having a
already
kid.
established that someone he has the main next screen man has access to memory manipulation. It could be any number of things.
Is that not even his wife?
It might not be. We don't fucking know. That's the terrifying.
not be his
That's,
wife.
this is why memory manipulation is the most evil fucking thing in the game. Raising the dead, don't give a shit. Memory manipulation is the real villain.
This is some. You guys know about False Hydra?
Yeah. Don't.
It's
That's
a
terrifying.
monster that's entire gimmick is it just fucks
You
with memory, and it's
you can't perceive it. while
fucking
it says.
horrifying. God damn it!
While you guys are up talking and eating, I would like each of you to roll 2d10 for me, please, individually.
2d10.
Roll 2d10.
Whispered or public or what?
Public?
Okay.
Oracle? For the next 24 hours, your HP is increased by 12 points. Your maximum HP is increased by 12 points, and you heal that much.
You know what? Yeah, sure. That's
Hell
a
yeah.
good. That's a good roll.
Thoric, 10 hit point maximum increase for the next 24 hours.
Oh, cool.
Lyranok, 13. Orly, 16. Good roll.
Put that in
Just
other
to
max
clarify,
HP
right?
bonus.
On our HP in the 2024 sheets, if our rolls ended up being higher than our previous sheet.
Use the higher.
Okay, cool. Because I rolled and then I went up and then it said it was like 32, but then when I went back in, after I ended it, it's 63. So
Yeah, that sounds great.
I think that's because of my con bonus,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
Wait, 62? Jesus Christ.
63.
63? I'm sorry. Fucking. That's insane HP at this level.
Yeah.
Well,
It said that
Also, is
with
that with the bonus or?
Dwarven Toughness HP modifier 5, hit points max level 1 is 12. And then I rolled 6, 11, 8, 11, and 10.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been meaning to talk about this. If I have an issue here, I cannot click the manage HP button. It just highlights it. I don't have a maximum HP. Cypher, can
There's
you
a
please
there's a
open my
cogwheel on the
HP
right hand
and press-
side.
Yeah, that's how I get to this. This is how I get to this this window that I screen.
we can sort out the HP bonuses and
Yeah,
sort out the
sorry.
HPs before the next session.
Cool.
Anyway. No, page is unresponsive.
Oh, thank you. No, it worked for me. Thank you.
You over the next course of an hour, you feel the effects of whatever spell and meal that has been cast for you. With this, you're all under the effects of Hero's Feast for the next 24 hours.
Hells yeah.
Guys, quick, let's go fight the dragon.
Yeah.
We've got Hero's feast. We're unkillable. We're
Where are the
indestructible.
idols?
Right for
Oh,
ruin.
unkillable. God, that speech is good. I don't think we're unkillable though. I think that might be a bit of a reach.
So our max HP goes up, and do we also put our current up to that as well?
Yeah. It
Okay.
increases that much and heals you that much.
Okay.
So this is like the best meal you guys have ever had in your lives.
There's enough for 10, so enough for Thork and one other
And with-
person.
Yeah. And with that, while Jerome and his attending assistant caster of some kind are in the other room and you guys are eating and you're thinking about what you're going to do or what you're going to say, I'm going to end the session there and let you guys have a chance to think
Yes.
before the next session.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to watch this session back. To be honest.
Oh man, I was not
Yeah, me too.
expecting who
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna have
was.
to recap this session to.
I'm gonna have to create an actual
Spreadsheet,
consider-
like a sheet, like a mind map.
Fucking
Actual-
Charlie board.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yes, I was literally going to make that meme. Damn it.
Sorry, I wasn't as active today. There's just other things going on at the minute, but
That's
that's
all
fine.
right. That's all right.
Yes,
hopefully be
first
all
session
back
back as
and
well.
good. Yeah, next week.
Jerome is, where is he?
Level 29.
He is 226 years old. He is an old Loxodon now.
Holy shit, I didn't even know they lived that long.
We do
In the
like
side
you're a
quest game,
priest
they
of the
do.
gods.
I was about to
Oh,
say
okay.
maybe they don't.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was going, I don't remember Loxodons having particularly
he-
extended lives.
I think they have like one.
Oh my
I think
God,
by
he's the
bulk they have
necromancer guy.
150, but yeah, it also
okay.
means that Whistler's long dead.
Oh, I'm pretty sure almost everyone else in that first campaign is.
Yeah.
Gorgak is definitely dead.
No, not
Excuse me, that's rude.
not my character.
You like you'll
Um,
have like I'm pretty sure half orcs live
her
like a
name?
third of 50 years or something.
Yeah, normal half orcs, but when you ascend to godhood, you live forever. Thank you very much.
Oh,